So you guys are lazy. Ma'am, hold on. There's nothing to argue about. Okay, wear your hair natural, and that is it.
Okay, but I'm telling you that you, the solution that you're coming up with, you're ignoring the fact that a lot of times that the protective styles, they may not look good after a day or two, So then what? You have to do it over again, and it takes time.
Ma'am, no. Nobody's protective hairstyle gets messed up in a day unless you wet it or you go outside in the rain or something like that. And black women are not doing that. You guys avoid the rain. Hold on. You guys avoid the rain like a plague because the elements, they're going to mess up my hair. Ma'am, the point is wear your hair natural. I don't care about your excuses anymore. Your excuses don't matter. Wear your hair natural. That's it. There's nothing to talk about.
Okay, but you're okay.
Nothing to talk about. How this came about is you dropped a comment on one of my videos and basically said I was uneducated, inarticulate, and I was ignorant as well.
I didn't say you were inarticulate.
I think you said I was ignorant, not inarticulate.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell me exactly why you said that and what you disagree with that I said.
Okay, first of all, when I said you're ignorant and educated, I said you're uneducated in the issues of black women and hair. A lot of your arguments, because I've seen a couple of your videos, and a lot of your arguments seem very surface level. And I find that with your questions, you're not asking a question, you're making a statement. Like for example, the other video that I saw, your question was, why do black women want to be white? Well, who said that they want to be white? Where did you get that from? Instead of asking the question, if you're trying to prove that black women want to be white, then why don't you ask the question to the black woman that you're approaching, do you want to be white? Because it seems like you're already trying to make a statement that you're trying to prove, and that was never like that's a question that had never even been brought up.
But how does that make me ignorant? I'm not understanding.
Because your arguments are not. I can tell from a lot of your responses that I don't know how many black women that you've talked to or what kind of discussions that you've had, but you do not seem to be well educated in what is involved with maintenance and what is involved with hair care and why it is that some black women may have an issue with natural hair. Now, what I do like about your video is that I like the angle of how you wore the blonde wig. I actually like that because it kind of gives the woman that you're stopping. I know that you're supposed to look ridiculous, and I think that's what you're trying to show is that blonde weave on black women, it looks ridiculous. So you're just trying to show another side of that I like.
Okay, so what I'm not understanding is you said I'm not educated about black hair. What gave you that perception that I'm not educated about black hair?
Okay, well, one of the statements that I saw you made to one of the ladies that you were approached, you said, "Oh, why can't you just go on and wear your hair just like this? Why can't you wear your hair short?" And then I mean, the amount of time that it takes to maintain and style black hair, I don't think you're aware of because your hair is not longer than what, an inch. When you have to deal with that hair every single day, then you will understand why it is that some women choose to wear weave. I have to say, I don't like weave. I don't wear weave. I've never worn weave in my entire life. However, I can see the perspective of the side of the woman that wants to wear weave, whereas you're not seeing that from their side. You just want to see things from your side, and you're not taking their perspective into consideration.
Okay, so basically, I'm ignorant about what it takes black women to do because I don't have as long of a hair inches or whatever that they have. So because my hair is short, basically, and their hair is longer, you're saying I don't know what it takes to take care of black hair. That's what you're saying.
You see, it's different when you have to deal with that every single day. When you have to deal with that from the time you were a kid, it's the statement that you made about straightening hair because you want to be white. No, it's not always about bringing race into it. Sometimes it's just about maintenance. That's why a lot of women like to straighten their hair. That's why a lot of women want to wear weave, because it is just easy. It's a lot easier. I have 4C hair. If I were to go to bed tonight without plaiting my hair, I cannot get a comb through it in the next morning. I'm gonna spend almost an hour trying to get a comb through it before I even have a chance to style it. So that's just an example there. And I work from home. I work for myself. I don't even have to worry about getting presentable to go into an office every single day. But that's just an example right there. There's a lot
Okay,
of
so
time and maintenance involved.
basically you were saying before that so I'm not educated about black women's hair because my hair is not as long as theirs is, and you
Yeah,
said that weaves are easier.
they
But
are.
here's where you're incorrect, and this lets me know that I'm more educated than you
Okay.
about the subject, because
Okay.
a weave is not easier. A weave is just a hairstyle that a woman puts in because she doesn't like the actual length of her hair. That
It,
makes you no, hold on. That makes you add
yeah.
hair to it.
Yeah.
So the easiest thing for that black woman to do, and many black women have told me this, is to wear your hair naturally, like yours is right now,
Yeah.
or they can do simpler hairstyles that have less maintenance every day, like twists with your natural hair. That
Twist.
twist can last you 2 3 weeks
You
if
you
you're
know how long it
maintain.
takes to do that?
Yes. So here's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Here's what I'm saying. So the first day is going to be the longest day. Of course, it can. I've had many twists before, so it can
Mm-hmm.
take you 5 6 7 8 hours to do twists, but that lasts you 2 3 weeks. Now, if you don't know how to take care of your hair and you get it messed up, that is your fault. But there are many different hairstyles black women can do with just natural hair that they never have to put a wig or a weave on ever. So that's what I'm saying.
Okay, but the first thing you said was doing twist. Do you know how long it does? Do you know how long it takes to do twist?
Did I just name it? I said six, seven,
Do
8 hours.
no? Do you do your hair yourself?
Yes, I've always done my hair myself.
Okay, well that's actually different because I don't know a lot of men who actually do their own hair.
Okay.
But number one, black men don't have to have long hair. Long hair is not. Hold on a minute. Long hair is not a symbol of beauty for black men. I don't know one girl, one straight girl from the time I was young, that does not like long hair. That does not see that long hair is beautiful. Long, beautiful hair has always been an element that has been connected to beauty. Now, I can twist my hair, but the length that it's going to be, I don't like that. And I do agree with you that some women do not like the length in their hair. That is very true because I wear extension twists all the time. I wear like maybe 6 months out of the year. 6 months out of the year, I wear my natural hair. The reason why I wear those twists is because number one, the protective style actually gives me an opportunity to grow my hair. Number two, it gives me the length that I need to achieve certain styles that I can't with my own hair.
It's
And
not
yes,
protective.
I do like long hair. There's nothing wrong with admitting
So
that.
you said the added hair to your hair makes it protective. That's untrue.
Yeah.
That's not true.
How is it not
Because
true?
because how many years have you been wearing fake hair for? The weave added.
Weave. I don't wear weave.
Well, what is the fake hair made of that you're putting in your hair?
Oh, it's synthetic.
Synthetic hair.
Yeah.
How many years have you been wearing that synthetic hair?
Um. I would say since I guess 2008
Right.
to
Okay.
2008 2009.
So that's my point though, because you've been wearing synthetic hair as a protective hairstyle since basically 17 years ago, 18 years ago.
Yeah.
Man, respectfully, your hair should be way longer than
It
it is
should.
right.
It
Yeah,
should.
than it is right now. So if that was protective, then your hair would be longer and flourishing more. But because I
Mhm.
know there's many women that they stop wearing wigs and weaves completely and they go all natural and their hair flourishes. The
Mhm.
problem is you keep doing these practices of straightening your hair and putting weave in, or the fake hair as you say, and this is actually hindering your growth. Do you understand that?
Okay. Now I have to agree with you there. That first of all, I want to correct you to not use the term weave because I don't wear weave. I wear twists. So
But what is
I will hold on a
I
minute. I
mean, the
will.
practice of the fake hair weaving into your natural hair is actually damaging for you. But yeah,
No,
go
no,
ahead.
that is true because
Yeah,
if you're not um, if you're not knowledgeable of how to twist your hair, and if you do it too tightly, yes, that can cause damage. And you're right, my hair should be a lot longer, but this goes into my next point. The amount of time and energy and money it takes to try and keep my hair natural and grow Yes, that is true. And I will be honest with you and say, like, I don't have a lot of knowledge of taking care of my hair. I have basic knowledge of taking care of my hair. However, if you are right that my hair should have grown by now, but it is this my hair is very hard to maintain, and that's just the reality
It's
of
not, man.
hair. Yes,
Your
it is.
hair, your hair is not hard to maintain, but
Yes.
you keep telling yourself this. This is why you're hindering yourself.
Mhm.
So if you would just do simple research. You said I didn't know. You said
No,
I
I've done
was
research.
hold on. You said
Yeah.
I was ignorant about the topic. If
Yeah.
you were so knowledgeable, your hair would be
Mhm.
longer. See, me, I've actually grown my hair out longer than it is now just to test it and see how hard it is to maintain. And it's not hard at all. It just takes time and you allocating your time towards something that you care about. But a lot of you black women don't actually care about your hair. You care about other things you prioritize more.
Who
So
told you that?
this is just the facts. Because if you
No.
really cared about your hair, you would do what's best for your hair. And you putting in fake hair inside your natural hair that has been breaking off your hair since 2008. You should have realized this already and cut out the fake hair. But you keep doing it.
Okay, but there's other things that go into the fact as to why my hair is damaged. First of all, I live in Canada, so I have to deal with a cold climate, a harsh climate that's attacking my hair when it's out. Hold on a minute, don't laugh, because that is part of it. Not number two, the constant styling and the constant combing, that is also something that contributes to a lot of breakage and a lot of damage. I have to style and comb my hair every single day. I can't get around that. So um and I do have to disagree with you. When I do twist my hair, I find that I do get length. The problem is when I take it out, I can't retain it. I have tried a lot of methods to try and grow my hair to try and maintain it, but not only they're time consuming, they're costly as well. They're not effective. They don't work. I don't know if maybe I'm not looking at the right sites, but they don't work. So
Yes, so you're not
so
looking at the right sites
so
because natural hair is not hard or it's not expensive at all. You guys are just choosing the wrong products. Like, I really don't
okay.
understand why you guys don't get that slaves back in the day
Yeah.
literally put bacon grease in their hair and it
Yeah.
was flourishing. But now
Yeah.
black women have to have all these products like Miel, Cantu. You don't need any of this. You just need moisture, which is water, and then you need some type of sealant, which is your oils, shea butters. You can use vegetable glycerin. So you guys keep making excuses because you want to keep wearing fake hair, and that's just what it is.
That's not an excuse though. I mean,
It is.
I could, but yeah, but I could start wearing twists tomorrow if I wanted to. I just choose to because that allows me the a little bit of versatility. I have no choice. A lot of times, I have to wear my hair like this in an afro puff. I don't mind it, but I don't like to do that all the time. Whereas things like twists, that gives me a little bit more versatility. Another thing, if I don't feel like putting my hair up, if the style doesn't work when I put my hair up, I can put my hair down and then boom, I'm out the door. I can't do that with my hair when it's natural. When I've tried to style my hair when it is natural, if it doesn't work out, then I have to, which I spend almost an hour on because it is sometimes frustrating and difficult to deal with. It's not that easy to correct. If let's say if I had twist, or if for argument's sake, if I had in a weave, I won't be wearing weave, but I can understand why some women wear that. It is easy, and it's not just about, oh, jumping to the conclusion, oh, you want to be white. It's not about that. I never hear you ask them the question, do you find that this is less maintenance? Do you find that this is easier? This is that your hair is easier to maintain at this well, by wearing a weave. I never hear you ask that question. You just make the assumption, oh, you want to be white, and it's not about that
No,
sometimes.
no, no. So with weave, there's certain questions I don't have to ask you because I already know. So like when
Yeah.
you put in weave, when you
Yeah.
guys say, "Oh, we wear weave because it's easier," or "We wear fake hair because it's easier,"
Yeah.
I already said that's not true. You put in the fake hair because you don't like the length of your natural hair. The easiest thing to do would be just twisting your natural hair. And if it
That's
goes, hold on, and if it
okay.
goes down to right here, you need to be comfortable with that. But the problem is black women today are insecure about wearing their natural hair. So then you say, okay, adding the fake hair makes it easier to manage, but that actually takes more time. So you
In
say
some cases, you
you,
can.
you say it's convenient, but you're actually it takes more time to add in the fake hair. You got to spend
Mhm.
more money on the fake hair. Then
Mhm.
you got to pay the stylist money to actually do the process as
I do it
well.
myself.
Okay, but I'm
Mhm.
talking about most black women. Most
Okay.
black women do not know how to do that themselves. So, but then they'll go ahead and say, "Oh, natural hair is too expensive."
Mm-mm.
But then you go and you pay for the weave, you pay for the stylist, you pay for the appointments. So these are all lies. So I don't have to walk up to a black woman and say, "Oh, so do you feel like it's easier for your hair to maintain if you put in weave?" Of course, I know what they're going to say. I know they're going to lie. I've been lied to for 3, 4 years now.
Mhm. So you've never had a black woman tell you that their hair is easier to maintain? You've never had someone tell you that?
I, they tell me that all the time. But
So 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 let me
then
ask
when
you
I
a
get
question.
into it, like,
Okay.
but then when I get into it,
Okay.
like we are right now, and I
Yeah.
break it down, why are you actually putting it in? Then they always get mad and upset because I expose the truth every time.
Yeah, but that's a truth that you're trying to put out there.
But it's
What
not
I'm
true about
telling
what I
you,
said.
no, but you want to put out there that black women want to wear weave only because we don't like our hair and that it's not easier to make, it is not easier to work with. I am telling you that yes, it is easier to that yes is it is easier to work with. I'm telling you why it is that some women choose to straighten their hair. It is easier to work with your hair.
Tell me why weave is easier to maintain. Tell me that.
Okay. Let me give you an example. Let's say that you're a mother and you have children that you have to get ready for. You have to get them ready for school. Okay. Well, you're a white woman and any woman of any other race, because everyone has the same type of hair except us. They can get up, they can wash their hair while they're in the shower, blow dry their hair, and they're done. Okay. They can and in some cases, if they're running late, they can actually walk out the door without combing their hair. What they have kids to get ready for, their hair takes about, I don't know how long it takes, but let's say it takes about maybe, I don't know, 5 minutes, 5 minutes to brush. Okay. Let's say you have two kids that you have to get ready for. Now, I'm going to use my mom as an example. I She used to wear her hair short. Sometimes she had it in a Jerry curl, and I understood why it was like that. Because if she had her natural hair to deal with, she had two, three. I have two sisters. Okay, she had three of our heads, three natural heads that she had to deal with in the morning. Combing natural hair in the morning is not the same thing as
Okay.
combing. That
So
hold on a minute. Hold
no,
on a
but
minute.
really
The
quick,
hair.
but
Yeah,
you're going off
no,
from
no, I'm
the
not going off
original.
topic
No, no,
because
no, but you're going off from the original question because
okay,
I asked you how is a weave easier than your
I'm
natural
getting to
hair?
that. When if someone has a weave on, all she has to do is get up, brush the hair, and that's it. The amount of time that it takes to brush weave hair, you cannot compare the amount of time it takes to do natural hair. And I know it because my hair is natural. I
So
know that
sorry.
because
So when I say weave, I'm talking about the fake added hair to like. So let's say a
yeah,
black woman is doing twists with
yeah,
weave
yeah.
or with fake hair, and then she's doing twists with her natural hair. Why is the twist with the fake hair easier?
I'm sorry. Repeat the question.
Why is the twist with the fake hair easier than you just doing twists with your natural hair?
Because all you have to do is either put it up. If it doesn't work, I can let it go, and that's it.
Okay, but you can
There's
do
no
that with
combing
the natural
involved.
too. You could do
There's
that
no
with the
combing involved. No. There's no combing involved.
there's no
When
combing. So I'm saying, ma'am,
yeah,
if it's in twists, if you have your natural hair in twists,
yeah.
and so it's natural, and then you do it with fake hair. Why are you saying that the fake hair is easier to manage?
Because first of all, you have to think about what is my hair going to look like twisted natural. My hair is going to shrink. It's not going to be the length that I want it. And no,
So
what I told you, I like long hair. I don't have a problem admitting that. Most women will tell you that they like long hair. Maybe you don't
yes,
realize that because you're not a
but
woman.
ma'am, you're
There's,
proving my point though, because
yeah,
I'm
yeah, but
saying,
there's hold
but
on.
when
There's
I'm
nothing
no,
wrong with saying that. There's nothing wrong
yes,
with saying that you want
ma'am,
longer hair.
okay, okay, there's nothing wrong
Yeah,
with saying that, but I'm still saying you're proving my point. You're
yeah.
putting
Is
the
what
weave in because of an insecurity.
it's not insecure though.
Ma'am,
Everybody.
okay, ma'am, you're basically
Okay.
saying, okay, I like long hair. You don't have long hair. So
Yeah.
then you put in more hair to try to make your hair seem like it's long. That is literally an insecurity.
Okay, so then I'm not insecure 6 months out of the year when I wear my own hair. Is that what you're telling me? Six
Ma'am,
months out of the year I'm insecure. 6 months out of the year I'm not
ma'am,
insecure.
ma'am, ma'am. Okay, so number
Yeah,
one,
yeah.
we're talking about all black women. Now you're
Yeah.
shifting the goalpost to you. We can get
No,
to
but
that
you're
as
talking
well.
to me
No,
though.
no, no, no.
You
But
use me as an
but
example.
but didn't you just bring up all black women as well?
Yeah, but I
As did
can't
I?
speak for all black women though.
Ma'am,
There are
you
some
just
women that like their
ma'am,
hair short though.
you literally just said, I'm pretty sure other black women have told you I like weave because it makes my hair look longer. You said that. So if you can talk about all black women, I can too, and you can as well. So
Okay.
okay, so basically the point is black women are literally insecure. And I'm not just talking about you wearing your hair 6 months out of the year natural. I'm talking about all black women. This is why they put in the weave, because a lot of them would never wear twists that go down to here because they're insecure, as you just stated.
Yeah, okay, but what you're talking about is okay. Let's say for argument's sake that black women are insecure with their hair.
Okay.
Why do you think that is?
Like I literally just explained.
What?
So if I twist my, like a lot of males, right? They'll
Yeah.
twist their hair. They don't have to add anything, any type of fake
Okay.
hair to it,
Yeah.
because they're comfortable. They're perfectly fine with their hair going down to here and twist.
Okay.
Okay, okay. So number
Yeah.
one, they're perfectly fine with the length of
Yeah.
their hair going down to right here.
Okay.
Women would never do that. A lot of women would never do that. I would say majority would never do that. Why? Because they're insecure about the length of their hair. So then you have to add in fake hair.
Okay, but do men have to have long hair to be attractive?
No.
Exactly.
Women,
So
so you're saying black women have to have long hair
no, no,
to be
I'm not
attractive.
saying that they have to, but I'm trying to
So
get
what
you
was,
to
why'd you make
understand.
that
No, no,
point
I'm
then?
trying to make you to understand the perspective of a girl and a woman. I can guarantee you that most straight women that you talk to, whether they're white, black, it doesn't matter. I've never met one that does not like long hair. I've never met one that does not find that long flowing hair beautiful. I've never met one that thinks that short hair is more attractive than long hair.
Do you know
I've
why
seen
though? Because you guys are white supremacists.
no, it's who what
You
white
are.
supremacists.
You are white supremacists
What are you
because look,
talking about?
let me explain.
Yeah,
It
please.
sounds crazy, but let
Yeah.
me explain. So you guys are adhering to a white ideology or a white way of living, because how white women measure their hair is by length. Their hair goes long down and it flows, right?
Yeah.
Black people's hair goes up towards the sky like mine is right now and yours is as well. So when you say,
Yeah.
"Oh, we want long flowing hair," this is you saying, "I want to be like a white woman."
White is a Polynesian woman white? Is an Indian woman white? Is a Latino woman white? All of
Man,
them
no,
have
no,
that
no,
hair.
no, no, no.
Stop
But
using that
no,
as
no,
only
man. But you're
a
not getting
symbol
it.
of beauty for white women.
You're not getting it though.
No, no, you're not.
No, 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 no.
Yeah,
Here's my point. Here's my
yeah.
point. Before colonization, black people did not straighten our hair. We were not trying to
Okay.
have our hair long and flowing.
Yeah,
We did a lot of
yeah,
braids that went up towards the sky. I
yeah,
can even pull it up right now if you wanted me to. But we had
yeah. I know that.
hundreds of different braided hairstyles. Black people were not concerned about having long flowing
Yeah.
hair. But then after we came in contact with Europeans, now in the beginning we were actually forced to wear European hairstyles and things like that. So
Okay.
now you see a lot of black women trying to assimilate and be like the white woman.
No, it's
Because
not trying to
no,
sim.
no. So but you said Indian women have it, Asian women have it. But the point is, black women are trying to adhere to this Eurocentric beauty standard, which is long, flowing hair that is straight. So
Okay, so
it doesn't matter where you get the hair from. You're
yeah.
trying to take Ling Ling's hair from China, put it in your head so you can achieve that look of whiteness.
Okay, well, hold on a minute. Is there something wrong with admitting that a white woman or an Asian woman or an Indian woman has nice hair? Is there something wrong with admitting that? Is there something wrong with admitting that long flowing hair is beautiful? There's nothing
Of
wrong with
course not.
admitting that.
Of course not.
That's
But
exactly.
my
So,
point
so,
is
so hold on a minute. So
be yourself.
why can't you take my opinion in as someone who says I understand that long flowing hair is beautiful. What there's nothing wrong with admitting that. I also like Afro hair. I think Afro hair is beautiful. I love seeing women in Afro hair. I think that's beautiful. There's many different types of beauty that you can see in hair. Why is it a problem when I say that long flowing hair is beautiful? There's nothing wrong with that. That doesn't make me Eurocentric. That makes me honest.
I never
No, but
said
you
you
just said
saying
that.
I
You
never
just said that.
said hold on, ma'am. Don't gaslight me.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, there's
So
no gaslight.
no, 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 ma'am,
That's what you
ma'am.
told
Please
me.
do not gaslight me because I never said
Okay.
you
Okay.
saying long flowing hair is beautiful. You can say that, and
Yeah.
long flowing hair is beautiful. But I'm
Exactly.
saying you should be who you are. Black women need to stop trying to be like something that they're not. If you don't naturally have long flowing straight hair, then don't wear your hair like that.
Are you? But are you a
Be
woman though?
who you
Yeah.
are.
Yeah. But
No,
you. Yeah. But
it,
yeah. But you have to step into the mind of a woman to maybe understand why it is that they want long hair. There's nothing wrong with saying that you want long hair. You see, the problem with our hair is that we're the only race on the planet that it takes a significant amount of time and energy to make our hair grow. If every black woman, hold on a minute, if every black woman was able to easily achieve back length 4C hair, we may not be having this conversation.
they
But
can.
I don't care what any influencer tells me. 4C hair is hard to manage. It is hard
No,
to maintain and it is hard to grow because if you did, then why don't you see more black women with 4C hair walking around with back length hair?
I can tell you
There's a reason
why.
for
I
that.
can tell you
No,
why.
our hair naturally
No, I can tell you
grows
why.
short, grows slower, takes slower to
No,
grow than everyone
no,
else's hair.
no, no, no. That's not true at all. Black people's hair goes out and it coils,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
You see my hair at this length. My
yeah,
hair is much longer than you really think. It goes
yeah,
way down there.
yeah.
So it's not our hair is not growing slower. It just grows differently. And
No, but it
that's
grows
oh hold
slower.
on, hold on. And that is okay. Black women should be proud to have their hair coil and go up. We're the only race on the planet that has hair like
Yeah,
this. Be
yeah.
unique and be happy. But the problem is, so many black women do not like their hair. So many black women hate their hair. The last YouTube video I
Yeah.
just dropped, she told me she didn't like her hair.
No,
And so,
I agree with
hold
you
on,
on that.
hold
I
on, hold
agree with
on.
you on
And
that.
so many other black women have told me that as well. But
Yeah,
see, the reason why so many black women don't have back length hair is because 70 plus percent, sorry, 70 plus percent of black women are wearing fake hair, wigs, and weaves. And like I already stated, you, for an example, you've been wearing fake hair since 2008 and you're calling it protective. That is a lie. They've sold you lies and now your hair is not growing. No, so sorry, your hair is growing, but your hair is breaking off because of what you're doing to it.
okay, no, no, I will agree with you on that. That I honestly do think there are some black women over there that just don't like their hair. But me as a black woman, I can see where they're coming from. I can see why they would say that, and it has nothing to do with these Eurocentric views that have been pushed on us. If you want hair that is easy to comb, that is easy to maintain, that's just not what you get with
Why are
4C
you
hair.
trying to comb it, ma'am? That's my point.
Why are you trying to comb it?
Why are you trying to comb it and make it straighter? See, you said
No, no, no.
earlier,
You
no, no,
said why
no,
am I trying to
no,
comb my
no,
hair?
no, but you said earlier that
Yeah.
you said white women's hair is easier than black women's hair. That
Anyone's
you
hair
would
is easier than our
no,
hair.
no, no, you would only make that statement if you're
Yeah.
trying to style your hair like a white woman. But if you're trying to
What?
be stop, if you're trying to be yourself, your black women's hair is not hard to manage. Because like I said, you can do twists. Here's the beautiful thing about black women. You
Yeah.
guys can do protective hairstyling. These styles last you 2, 3 weeks. White women have to literally do their hair daily. They can't do protective hairstyles because it cannot last as long as a black woman's does. But see, what you guys are trying to do is compare yourself to a white woman,
We're not.
and
But you see,
and now you're making yourself and your life harder.
okay. But this is what I'm talking about. You're doing a lot of assuming. Nobody is comparing. You just told me that when I comb my hair, I'm trying to be like a white woman because I'm trying to style my hair like hers. I'm talking about what's gonna happen tonight when I have to section my hair in at least eight or so different areas to plait it. Because like I said, if I don't plait my hair the night before, I cannot get a comb through it the next morning. That is not easy. That is a reality. That's a reality that you're dealing
Man,
with when you have
man, man,
natural hair. Hold on a
but
minute.
you're
Hold on
not
a
under,
minute.
why are you trying to get a comb through your hair every morning?
How you do so what what you're suggesting to me is to leave 4C hair alone and don't comb it? Is that what you're suggesting to me?
I'm suggesting protective styling.
No, 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 no. Answer the question. You just told me not to comb my hair
I
the
said
next
why?
morning.
I said why are you combing your hair every morning? Why are you trying to comb your hair every morning?
Do
Why
you know
not
what
put?
happens if I don't comb my hair?
Why not put it in twists? I understand it can knot up, it can dread up. Freeform locks are actually beautiful. So if you let it lock up, that's actually
Okay,
a
yeah.
very nice thing. But what I'm asking you is, why are you trying to comb it all the time? Why can't you just put it in twists or put it
I can do
in
that, but
braids?
then what are those twists gonna look like a day from now? They're going to need combing. They're going to need they're going to need some kinds at least some type of retouching, and it may not look as good as a way that I want it to look. Then what? You expect
Okay,
me to
so
go out
so so that
to go
that
out in
means,
public
okay, so you're
with my
basically,
hair not looking not looking proper? That's
what you're
not going to happen.
okay, so what you're saying is you're insecure to wear your natural hair in protective hairstyles.
It depends what protective hairstyles. I wear my hair in cornrows. That's a protective hairstyle.
Why
I
not do
wear
corn?
that.
Okay, so why not just do cornrows?
I can do that, but here's a problem that I find. I don't know if other black women find this, but I find I have a problem that when I cornrow my hair, um, I don't know if it's because the hair is close to the scalp, but I get dandruff and I get a lot of itching. So
Okay,
that happens all the time. I could
okay,
do that, but about let's say like maybe 4 days in, it needs to be redone. Okay, it's not going to be as perfect as when I had it the first day. That's an
okay, okay,
example of
okay, okay. So but
protective
listen,
hairstyle I could wear.
but listen. So you were saying before that black women's hair is hard because we have to get up every day and comb it because it's gonna knot up or do
Yeah.
whatever, right? But now you just even said if you put in the cornrows, it'll last you 4 days. So that's even easier to maintain than you trying to comb your hair every day. Am I
No,
right?
that could be, but
Right.
it depends what look you're going for. If I'm going to a function or if I'm going to a presentation, I would rather that my hair be in another style. To put it in cornrows unless it's styled a certain way, that's a little too simple to wear to let's say a business presentation or a function. I would want
Ma'am,
to
come on,
style
come
my
on,
hair
come on, come
properly.
on. We're talking about on a daily basis. You're
Okay,
not
okay, a
you're
daily,
you're
okay,
you're not going to a business presentation on a daily basis. So what I'm saying is most of the year, if you
yeah,
wanted to, you could do cornrows. So if your goal is to have your hair grow, then
yeah.
why not do protective hairstyles like that that are easier to maintain?
No, I no, but I just told you I can't do that. But the thing is, do I want
Why
to do that every
why
day?
why can't
Do
you
I
do
want
it?
to do that every day?
Why can't you do it?
No. Well, but why should I have to limit myself to a hairstyle that I might not necessarily want to do every day?
Ma'am, okay, so here's what I'm saying is you're free to do whatever hairstyle that you want, but
Yeah.
then don't complain when your hair is not growing. Don't complain when it's too hard to manage because black women's hair is too hard to manage. You're making your life harder. That's what I'm saying. Can we agree there?
No.
Ma'am,
No.
ma'am, ma'am, there's solutions. Like
Okay.
as I've already stated, if you said your hair is too hard to manage, there's solutions called protective hairstyles. You say, I don't want to do protective hairstyles. Then that is on you that your hair is too hard to manage. That's your
Oh,
fault.
okay, but what I'm trying to tell you is that a lot of the times the protective styles look better when the length is added, and it's not because that you're trying to look white. It's that's just how it is. You have you can go to a white girl and an Indian girl. Sometimes the way their hair is styled, if they cut their hair, it's not going to look as good as if it was when it was longer. It has nothing to do with race. It just has to do with the length. Sometimes makes your style look better.
Man, but what I'm saying is,
If my hair is twisted, because I've seen black women twist their hair and it looks good on them, but when I do it, it looks like a hot mess. I'm not going outside my house looking like a hot mess. I
you said
myself I have to
what
take
looks like a hot mess?
no, no. For some reason, when I do it, because these women have they can get hair professionally done. For me, that's not something that's always financially realistic. So I have to do my hair myself. When I do my hair myself, it doesn't look as good as when I see another black girl who might do her hair in twists. I'll look at her and say, "Yeah, your hair looks good. She got it done professionally." But there's a difference
So why not
between
get your hair professionally done
because that
without
takes
any
money.
fake hair
Because that
added?
takes money. That takes money.
Okay,
And
so here's what black women don't understand.
yeah,
When you guys cheat life, you're cheating yourself. When you take the easy way out, you're cheating yourself. So by you saying my hair is short right now, I'm going to put in this weave or I put in this fake hair, you're actually hurting yourself in the long time. And you're a perfect example. Again, you've been wearing fake hair since 2008, and this has directly hindered your growth. So if black women would just say, hey, you know what? I'm just gonna rock my hair short, bald, and I'm gonna be happy with it. And I'm not gonna care what society thinks about it. If black women had that mindset, then their hair would actually start to flourish because those 6 months out of the year that you're wearing a weave, you're not doing that anymore. So then you have to figure out other ways how to manage your hair. But that shortcut is actually hurting you. And this is why I'm so against wigs and weaves because you guys are not thinking about your children. You're not thinking about the little girls that look up to you. You only care about yourself. And that is a problem.
No, I have to disagree with that. First of all, I think that the point you made about the short hair. So you're assuming that most women would want to have short hair and want to be bald.
Never
You
said
do.
that.
Yeah, yes, you did. You said why can't women be bald and wear short hair and be fine with that? Why do I have to be fine with short hair if a lot of if in general most women find longer hair attractive? Why do I have to automatically force myself to be fine with something with short hair um because the hair that I was born with, I can't help the fact that it's short. But I why do I have to force myself to like short hair? You can't force someone to like something that they don't like. If you
Ma'am,
ask, like I said, if you ask most women of any race, most women will tell you most, and especially growing up as girls, they'll tell you they prefer long hair. I don't know one straight girl that does not prefer longer hair
that
over
is
shorter. That's
fine.
just a
But that is
reality.
I'm not
But
saying
you're
that
telling
I'm
me
not I'm not
that
saying that
I have to
hold
like
on,
bald
hold
hair.
on.
I have to like short
I
hair.
never said that.
That's what you're
No,
saying. No,
no, ma'am. Your comprehension skills are not that well.
no, my
What I know,
comprehension skills are fine. I'm
no, no,
repeating
no,
what
they're
you
not,
just said.
man. Because look, here's what I'm saying is
Yeah,
you don't have to like short hair. But I'm saying if you take that shortcut of putting in that hair and then magically 17, 18 years later, your hair still has not grown,
yeah,
you can only blame yourself. What I'm saying is black little girls should be taught to wear their natural hair
true,
and let it grow from short all the way to long. Because there's actually a journey, a soul building journey as well that you go through when you go outside in the public and you're wearing your hair in its most shorter state or how you feel insecure. But once you start to
true.
go through that, you start to become a stronger person inside. But the problem is a lot of black women in heart, they're weak people because you guys keep taking the shortcut of putting in this weave and in these wigs, trying to hide from the world. And then you guys, furthermore, put in a wig or a weave, and you guys call yourself a bad bee now. Now you look good. Now you slave, right? But how come you're not saying that about yourself when you wear your natural hair? So
You
what
see,
I'm saying,
but okay, but you see, the problem goes much deeper than um. You just have to be fine with wearing your natural hair. You see, this problem is so deep. I could be here for hours to explain why it is that that we have more of a fixation for long hair. Why it is some women we have may have more of an attachment to weave. I'm telling you that maybe there are some women that they prefer the texture of the weave. They just prefer the length. Um, and that goes to the fact that that hair has never been criticized. That type of hair has never been criticized. Our hair is
do you know
constantly
whose hair
criticized.
is criticized? Do you know who criticizes black women's hair? It's other black women.
No, other black men too.
No, 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 no.
No,
Look,
no, our
no,
no, no,
no,
our
no.
hair.
Look, no, look, ma'am.
Yeah,
Understand this. The
yeah,
whole night I've been praising natural hair. The whole
yeah.
night you've only said negative
No, no,
things
no. I'm
about.
not saying
No,
negative
no,
things.
no, no, ma'am,
No, no,
ma'am.
no,
Pause.
no, no.
Let
Hold
me
on a minute.
let me ask the chat. Who has
Hold on
been
a minute.
here? Who has been here? Has she said anything positive about natural hair, or has it always been, oh, it's too hard to manage?
No, hold on a
Oh,
minute. Hold on a
oh,
minute.
oh, this is too
Hold on a minute.
expensive.
Where were
Oh,
you? Where
this,
were you?
oh,
Where
that.
were you when
Chat,
I said
chat,
you're
help
gonna
me out.
pretend? You're gonna pretend that I didn't say that I love Afro hair. I said that about maybe 10 minutes ago. I said I love Afro hair. I love to see hair in an Afro. I like my hair. I like natural foresty hair. What I'm telling you is just honest. These are honest comments. You see, you just told me that you said that you don't that black women don't want to admit that some black women don't want to admit that they don't like their hair. I'm telling you, I'm not afraid to admit that my hair is hard to manage. Sometimes it's frustrating to style. That does not mean I don't like my hair. I'm being honest. There's nothing negative about what I'm saying. There's nothing.
That is
There's no.
negative
No, no, no,
because
no.
that's a lie,
That's the
ma'am.
reality.
No, no, but
You don't
but hold
style
on,
your hair
hold
the way
on,
that I
hold
do.
on. even if you think your hair is hard to
It
maintain,
is hard to
hold on,
manage.
hold on. Even if you think that, you should never say that.
Why? But it's the truth though.
No, you should never say that as well, because like I said, there are little girls growing up, right?
Okay.
You're a
Okay.
role model to little girls. So when they hear black women saying, "Yeah, our hair's too hard to manage. Let's just slap on a wig. Let's just slap on a
No, no,
weave."
hold on a minute.
Now,
Hold on a minute.
now you are spreading a curse
No, no,
to
no.
the little children.
No,
And
I
this
did
is
not
what
say
you guys
no,
don't
no.
care
I did not
about.
say I did not say that the solution to deal with our hair is to slap a wig in it. That's what you said. I already
No,
told you. No,
you
no, no,
said
no,
it.
no. That's
You
not what I
said it
said.
was hard to
I
manage. So then you put
it is
in
hard
the
to
fake
manage.
hair, right?
I don't. It is hard to manage though. You have 2 centimeters of hair on your head. When you have to deal with my hair every day, and my hair is not even that long.
Okay.
Okay, but okay, but you can stretch your hair. You don't have to comb it. You don't have to worry about it being long. You don't have to style it. It takes you what, two
Who
minutes to
says you
dry your
do?
hair?
Who
No,
says
no,
you
no,
do?
no, but hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. You are trying to tell me that I'm making a false statement when I'm saying that 4C hair is hard to manage. Those are the realities of dealing with 4C hair. I'm not here trying to pretend and trying to gloss over and say, okay, well, regardless of where I think that my hair is beautiful, I love 4C hair. I love the
Ma'am, you
texture.
couldn't tell me
No, no,
why
no.
4C hair
However,
was
I am not going to sit here and
hard to
pretend.
maintain.
I'm not going to sit here and pretend that our hair is easy to manage. We don't have wash and go hair. We don't
You
have
didn't let me know
hold on
why
a
it's
minute.
hard.
We
It's
do not
easy
have
to
the type of
maintain.
hair where you can fly out the door without combing it. We
Hold
do
on,
not have
hold
wash
on.
and go
Wait,
hair.
wait, wait, wait,
We
wait,
do-
wait, wait, ma'am.
yeah,
You
but that's the
still. Hold
reality
on,
of it.
hold on, hold
That's
on.
the reality of it.
You still haven't explained how it's hard to manage, because you're saying basically that everything that you do is because of you. Nobody's forcing you to do these wash and goes every day. Nobody's forcing you to comb your hair every day. I already said there are solutions. Now, if you don't want to take those solutions, you can only blame yourself. You cannot say 4C hair is hard to manage. You can just say you think your hair is hard to manage because you're not willing to find a solution.
Okay, so
That's what it is.
what I want to hear from you? What are the solutions to managing 4C shoulder length hair? I want to hear what your solutions are.
Ma'am, I explained it
No, 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 no,
already.
no. I
No,
want to
no,
hear
no,
your
no, no,
solutions.
no. I
I
explained
want
it
you to go
already.
I want you to go
I said, ma'am,
by day by day
I'll
to
repeat
tell me
it.
how to
I'll
manage
repeat
it.
it. I'll
Tell me
repeat it.
how to
I'll
do it.
repeat it.
Yeah.
Protective hairstyling.
Okay, but protective hairstyles don't always look good when you want to go out. Women like to look attractive when you go out. That's like me telling you. That's like me telling you, oh, you don't have to do a lineup. You don't have to do a fade. You don't have to shape your beard. Just go with how. Everybody has a right to want to look attractive when they go out. Protective hairstyles, yeah, they can look good for one day, and then maybe depending on how well your hair keeps, it does not look the same when you go out, and it does not look good. Why should I have to want to leave my house not
Ma'am,
looking
ma'am, ma'am, ma'am.
as
You
good
you
as
just
I want to look?
you just tried to compare a man getting a lineup to a woman getting protective hairstyling.
No, 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 I
And no, no,
didn't.
no, no,
I
no.
didn't
You,
compare it.
ma'am,
No, I
stop,
did
stop,
not.
stop, stop,
You're not
stop,
listening to
stop,
what I'm saying.
stop, stop, ma'am, stop.
You're not listening to what I'm
The
saying.
thing about a man getting a lineup is that
Yeah,
we only have to do that once every 2 weeks, right?
yeah.
Once every 2 weeks. It's the same for protective hairstyling. You do the protective hairstyle and it lasts you a good two
The
weeks.
same. How many men actually cut their hair? Because
I cut my own hair,
but that's you. I don't know a lot of men that cut their own hair. So
Chad.
let's not talk about a fade that is less than a millimeter of hair on your head. Let's not compare that to my hair. What I'm
Ma'am,
trying to tell you,
we're no,
but
your ma'am, your premise was that it was looking good and looking good, right? So you're saying that if a black woman does twists, it doesn't always look good. Right. Okay, that's cool.
yeah.
It'll still last you at least a week or two, right? So that debunks the whole argument of it being too hard to manage, because you only have to do that once every 2 weeks, the same as a man. Our hair, if I line up my hair, of course in 2 weeks I'm going to have stubble. It's going to be growing in. I'm going to have a widow's peak. So then I reline it up in 2 weeks, right?
Okay, but that's not the same thing as of actually having to do the effort of twisting your hair yourself. That's not even the same. That's not even. You can't even compare the two.
I trim my own hair. Thank you, chat. Trim my own hair. Thank you,
No,
chat.
no, no.
No,
I
no, no.
realize you trim, but I need to have a discussion with an actual woman who has longer 4C hair, who has to comb her hair every day. I want to have it because I don't think you understand where a black woman is coming from. You are coming from a place where for first of all, your hair is because I have an older sister who's natural as well. Her hair is about as long as yours. The amount of time it takes for her to get ready in the morning, you can't compare the amount of time it takes for me. Okay?
Okay, so let me just pull up
Oh,
something
sorry.
here.
I think you're frozen.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I guess I can't pull up other stuff.
All
All
right.
right, so give me 1 second actually.
Yeah.
Chat, bear with me really quick. All right, so let me pull this up. Give me 1 second. Share screen. All right. So this woman right here literally has the longest 4C hair I have ever seen in
Yeah.
my entire life.
Yeah.
And the thing that she does, she makes the same points that I do. She would actually agree with me, not you. She would say she years ago, she completely went natural. Stopped
Mhm.
wearing wigs, stopped wearing weaves. She started doing hair teas, hair treatments. She started doing um, moisturizing like with different things like coconut oils and glycerin. She even created her own product line as well. So
Mhm.
she directly says, "This is where I get a lot of my talking points from black women." They
Okay.
literally say, black hair is not hard to manage. She just makes time for herself. She even she has two daughters,
Mhm.
a son, and a husband, and she does all of their hair.
Okay. No,
And
that's
and
actually
hold on,
commendable.
and all of their hair is long past their back, all of them. So they have hair longer than yours, longer than
Yeah.
anybody you know. But the thing that she never does is she never ever makes excuses. And this is what black women need to stop.
Okay.
Stop
Well, what?
trying to make excuses.
Okay. What I'm telling you are not excuses. I'm just telling you the reality of it. Now, I'm curious to find out what her routine is. I would like to. I would like if you can send me her routine. I'd like to find out what her routine is because
Okay, so
if
Lindsay
hold on a
Chris,
minute, if getting
Lin,
this hair was
that's her
that
channel
easy,
right there.
what's her
Lindsay
channel?
Chris.
The fairy from Other, is that her?
Yes, that is her channel. That
Okay.
is yes.
Okay, because the reality is that if black hair was so easy to grow, I would see scores of black women with 4C hair walking around like that. And it is not that easy. Our hair is just not that easy. I'm not saying that they can't grow. I see women like this all the time on YouTube. I
Man, but
see women like this all the
you're
time on
not
YouTube.
understanding. Like as I stated, she is willing to take the time to care for her hair.
Okay, I just
Okay,
want to see her
ma'am,
routine.
ma'am, listen to
Yeah,
this. If
yeah.
you are putting in a wig or a weave ever, you are not taking the time to take care of your hair. You're taking a shortcut. So all these black women that are saying, "Oh, 4C hair is hard to maintain," every single time, these are women that are putting in wigs and weaves. Every time.
Well, I look. I have to agree with you that um putting in the wigs and weaves, yes, it can cause breakage. But I personally know a lot of women who say that their hair grows after they remove their weave. I've seen that. I've heard women make those statements, and this whole idea that women are bald under wigs, no, they're not, because when you see what their hair looks like under the weave, their hair actually grows. So that is true itself, and I know why it is that when our hair is put in a protective style, why it is able to grow is because our hair is left alone. That is one of the main things that contributes to a lot of the breakage and it prevents a lot of our hair from growing, is because of this constant styling, and we can't leave our hair alone. So
Man, see, but we're on the same side essentially. You just said because of constant styling. This is why I said protective styling is the solution. Because you were like before that, waking up and combing my hair every day is so hard.
it's like the
Exactly.
whole okay.
Ma'am, exactly. So this is why do protective styling. Now, if you add in the fake hair with a protective hairstyle, it is not going to have the same benefit. Fake hair breaks off your hair, it dries out the hair, it has chemicals in it that can actually cause cancer as well. So,
Yes,
how
yeah,
about we just
yeah.
stop with the fake hair? That's what I'm saying. Let's just stop with it.
Yeah, we know that is easier said than done, and I'll tell you why. Speaking from the perspective of how a lot of women see things, and whether it's right or wrong, it doesn't matter. I'm just trying to tell you how women see things. A lot of women, they do like long hair, so they're going to continue putting in the hair to give them the length that they need to achieve those styles. I'm not saying that it's right to prefer that over our hair. I'm just trying to give you the perspective of most women.
But see, but this
So
is
so
why I
so
say that it's going to take force for black women to wear their natural hair, because I
it's gonna
understand
take
that
what?
force. We're going to have to force black women to wear their natural hair, because I understand that most of you guys will never ever give up wigs and weaves. So we're going to have to force you guys back into being black again, back into being proud to be black women, because me, I should never have to hear a black woman ever tell me, and these are always the little girls, 16, 17, 18, 19. They always tell me, I don't like my hair. And you know why they
Mhm.
say that? It's because of their mother. Their mother put in these thoughts in their head that hair is too hard to manage. Oh, well, you need to have long hair. Oh, if you have short hair, then you look like a little boy, right? So I understand this. So this is why it's going to take force. Just like Ibrahim Traore in Burkina Faso, he already outlawed wigs and weaves already. So we just have to do
Okay.
that here as well.
Okay, but you see, this problem goes far deeper than just saying, um, we gotta force black women to wear
Yeah,
real
we
hair.
will.
No, no, this issue goes far deeper. We are I don't think I'd be wrong in saying that we're the only race of women whose hair is looked at negatively constantly. We're told this daily. We're told this in the movies. We're told this on TV. We're told this in music videos. We're told this subtly, but we're told this every day. Um, Other women of races, I've never heard anyone describe their hair as rough. I've never heard anyone describe their hair as brillo pad hair. Okay, we're the only race of women whose hair is constantly looked at negatively. We're the only race of women who some have been told that they had to straighten their hair to look more professional. We're the only race of women who have told that if that they look masculine if their hair is too short. Other women do not have to deal with these issues. This is what I'm trying to tell you. You have to get into the mind of some women to understand why it is that they would want to wear weave and why they would want to wear
That's exactly why I
why they
say
would
it's
want
going
to
to
wear
take
natural
force,
hair.
man. That
Yeah,
is
yeah. You have
exactly
to
why.
understand
No, but
how
it's
beauty
going to
is
take
attached to
force.
hair. Beauty is
That's why.
attached to hair for women. You
But
have to
that's why,
understand that.
ma'am. That's why I'm saying it's going to take
Okay.
force. We're going to have to force black women to wear their natural hair. Like somebody in the chat said, it's going to come to some point where men are just not going to date you guys anymore because you wear fake hair.
Yeah, yeah.
And
But the funny thing is
no,
that
hold
a
on,
lot
hold
of
on, hold on, hold on.
yeah.
Because in the beginning, it took force, right? It took force from the Europeans and from other black women to tell little girls that, your hair is ugly, or I don't feel like doing your hair today, so I'm gonna put a relaxer in your head. That is literally black mothers forcing a Eurocentric beauty standard on their daughters at very young ages.
Yeah, but I'm
This is exactly why a lot of black women hate their hair today. But now you guys have been conditioned over time, and you guys think something that you actually hated when you were a child, now you think you love it. And when really, you really don't. So now you guys all fight guys like me who just say, can you just wear your natural hair? Stop
okay,
wearing
okay,
wigs
but
and weaves. Now
okay,
you guys fight people like me.
but what I told you just now is one of the reasons why wearing natural hair is an issue. You see, you are very quick to jump to the assumption that women we want to straighten our hair because we want to be white. What you're not understanding is that straightening hair is also about maintenance. When my hair is pressed, the amount of time it takes for me to comb and style my hair, you cannot even compare. Okay, and this has nothing to do with wanting to be white. Sometimes it just has to do with maintenance.
Let me
There's
ask you a
nothing wrong.
question. Let
Hold
me
on,
ask you a
there's
question.
nothing wrong with wanting to have hair that is easily managed.
Let
You
me
want
ask
to
you a
talk
question.
about? Oh, okay.
Did black people straighten our hair before we came in contact with white people?
No.
Exactly. So you straightening your hair is a direct result of colonization.
Okay, okay, but I'm not arguing with that. That's where that comes from. That comes from colorism. That comes from colonization. Comes from slavery. I'm not arguing with that.
Okay.
But when you grow up in a society where our hair is constantly told is ugly, that's gonna have an effect on you. It didn't have an effect on me because I've always loved my hair. But that's gonna have an effect on you. You say that black men are gonna have to stop dating us. Yeah, yeah, but you all say that you like natural hair, but what type of hair? Is it 4B? Because I have to be honest. A lot of times when I see black men that like natural hair, it is not 4C hair. I see black men talking negatively about 4C hair. You can take out. I want you to name 10 movies list 10 black movies in your head, list 10 music videos in your head, to list 10 black TV shows in your
Ma'am,
head.
I that's
Hold
like
on, hold on a
30.
minute, hold
You're
on a
telling
minute.
me to list like
Hold
30
on,
things.
hold on a
I
minute,
can't even
hold on a
think of
minute,
that.
hold on a minute.
Can you say like three?
Look at the type of women and how they're cast, and the ones who have the 4B and the 4A hair. Look at the ones who have 4C hair. We are always looked at in a negative light.
Ma'am,
Anyone
but
with
that, ma'am, this is my
4C hair
point.
is seen negatively.
This
That
is
has
my
an impact
ma'am.
on people.
This is my point.
Yeah.
The people that own the media, that own our TV shows, this has been an agenda against black people for
Mm,
the longest. It has been an agenda. This is why you never see black women with their short curly fros in a movie or a music video or a TV show, because it's been designed this way on purpose. So then you guys go to the store, run to the store, and now you guys need to go buy their product because you don't like your hair, right?
okay, but hold on a
Right?
minute. It's not just white people behind it though, because black men have been directing films, have been directing music videos,
Why are
and
you
they do
blaming
not
black
want.
men?
Hold on a minute. What?
Why do you always resort to blaming black
No,
men?
no, I'm
Like,
not
hold on,
blaming
hold on.
black men for anything.
Every
Hold
time
on a
I've
minute, hold
met,
on a minute. I
hold on,
didn't always
I've
resort to.
mentioned, hold on,
I
I've
did not.
mentioned,
I
ma'am,
only listed
ma'am.
black men in this one point. I've
But
not blamed black men for
I
anything.
mentioned black women and I mentioned white people,
Yeah.
and then you said no, 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 black men.
No, no,
You
no.
do
Hold
that.
on
You
a
did
minute.
that like three
Hold
times.
on a minute. The reason why I said black men is because when you think of black movies in the '90s, a lot of them were directed or produced by, or most of them were directed by black men. You look at the type of women that have the desirable role. They have the straighter hair. You looked at the ones that get the ghetto role. They have my hair. I'm not saying that all black men are to blame for this. Black women are to blame for it too.
The
I'm
majority of black women
there's
are the
I
blame.
would not blame solely black men, and I didn't say that. I said from the beginning, yes, there are some women that tell their daughter, "Oh, you have nappy hair, you got to straighten it out." And there's some women, there's some mothers who make their daughters not like their hair. This is not only a fault of black men, but I'm just saying, as a whole, our community, you have to understand how what has been done to the psyche of black women to make a lot of us not want to like our hair. We are told on a daily basis that our hair is negative. That's not pretty. That's not beautiful. Other women, other races of women, they're told through many different channels that their hair is beautiful. I've only been told once in my life that my hair is pretty, and it's from a
So,
white man.
ma'am, ma'am, and this is the narrative I'm trying to fix.
Okay,
By you arguing for wigs and weaves and saying
I'm not
just let
arguing for
no, no,
wigs and
no,
weaves.
ma'am, stop, because you have the whole night. You every time I say black women should not wear weaves, you say they do that because it's easier to manage.
No,
This
what?
is no, 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 stop. This
Okay,
is you
I'll let you
fighting.
finish. I'll let you
This
finish.
is you fighting for it. So somebody like me that's fighting against wigs and weaves and saying, hey, how about we ban all of this and black women only wear their natural hair? Somebody like me, you should not be trying to fight. We should be on the same side, but we're not on the same side because you're on the side of the oppressor. You're not on my side.
Okay, you are not listening to what I'm saying. I have said from the beginning, I don't like weave. I don't wear them. What I'm trying to get you to understand is how the other side thinks. You see, your opinion is very one-sided. I'm trying to tell you what while I don't like it, I can see why black women do that. I'm just trying to get you to understand what the other perspective is. I can say I don't like it, and I can say I don't I know how my side thinks. I know why I think the way I do, but I can also understand why black women choose the other side. I'm not arguing for weave. I don't even like them. I'm not arguing for it. I'm just trying to get you to understand why it is that they wear them. I actually agree with you on the fact that I would like more black women to wear their natural hair. What I'm trying to get you to understand is why they do it. You're not you're not
Ma'am,
you're
ma'am,
not
I
you're not
under
looking things.
ma'am, ma'am,
You're not
ma'am,
looking things from
ma'am,
another perspective.
ma'am, ma'am. No, you're not looking at things from the other perspective. You're only
I've been
hold
arguing
on, hold
both
on,
sides
hold
all
on, hold
night.
on, hold on, hold on. You've only been looking at things from the side of a black woman who's making excuses. I'm telling you, I'm hearing everything that they're saying. But
Okay.
then when I speak to a black woman and I break it down and they say, "Oh, I wear a wig because it's protective," or "I wear a wig because it's easier to maintain," and then I say, "Explain to me how it's easier to maintain." But then they, but then when you hear about a process of a wig, which is you have to cornrow your hair, right? So that would be the easiest thing. It would be just to stop right there. But then they go further to put the wig cap on, cut the lace, put makeup on the lace, put the hair on, put the glue.
Yeah, which I don't
It,
like. Yeah,
yeah. So
yeah.
these take all these extra steps, but these same black women will tell me, "Oh, that's easier than me just doing the cornrows, walking outside."
No, but it is easier because once the lace front is done, I don't know how to put on because I never want to. But once it's put on, when you get up, you go. If you have to go somewhere, your hairstyle and then it's done. Like there,
If I
there's
have cornrows, I get
the
up and I go.
maintenance. But go where though? You understand that the cornrows under a weave, the cornrows under a weave, the way that I've seen cornrows done just before the weave goes on, that's not a style that you wear out.
Ma'am, I'm saying, if you're
That's not a
getting your,
style that you wear
if
out though.
hold on, if you're getting your hair cornrowed, get
Yeah.
it, get it cornrowed neatly, and then walk outside.
No, 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 no. But what I'm trying. Okay, have you ever seen the movie Set It Off?
Ma'am,
No,
yes.
no, no, no. You ever seen the movie Set It Off?
So you're gonna call it jail braids?
No, no. Okay, okay. You're trying to put words in my mouth because you're not
Go
even
ahead, go
listening.
ahead, go
You're
ahead.
not even listening to my example. Okay, the way that Queen Latifah has her hair
Okay.
done, that's how. From what I've seen, that's how um hair is done before the weave goes on.
I just said do it
I
neatly, ma'am.
I
Do it neatly. That's the solution.
No, no,
It
no.
doesn't.
Yeah,
It doesn't
yeah, yeah,
matter.
yeah. But a lot
Do
of
it
women
neatly,
may not want to walk out the house with their hair like that because they may not think that that looks particularly attractive.
ma'am. Do it neatly and walk outside. What's wrong with that?
Okay, but did you want to look attractive when you go outside? Maybe
So you're
some women don't like that. Maybe some
so
women do
so
not like the way that
so
that
so you're saying
there's a
cornrows are not
way.
attractive on black
No, no,
women?
no. There's a way for cornrows to look more attractive.
Okay, so do it
Um,
that way. Do it that way.
yeah,
How is more
okay, but
attractive?
you
Do it
can't
like
do
that.
that. But you can't do that.
Do it.
But what I'm trying to tell you is that
Why are
if
we having a conversation? Just do it.
if I no, but you what you're not getting is that women still want to look attractive when they go outside. I can do my hair in two chronos. It looks great. It looks fine.
Do
A
it.
day or two after, it doesn't look good anymore. End of story. And I have to do it all over again.
Ma'am,
So it's
hold
not
on, hold on, hold on, hold on, ma'am. It's called wearing a bonnet at night and protecting your hair at night. Do it.
you
Wearing
and you
do
think
rag,
that's it?
ma'am. Put your ma'am. I didn't say that's it. Put your little oils in there. Wrap it up. Put your products in there.
Yeah, I
Go to
do.
bed. This only, ma'am. After your hairstyle is done, this only takes a couple minutes. If you're telling me that that takes too much time, you're just lazy.
No, no,
And a
I
lot
didn't.
of
I didn't say it
okay,
takes too much
okay,
time.
but a lot
But
of black women think that way. So you guys are
okay,
lazy,
but
ma'am,
okay, but
ma'am. There's hold on. There's nothing to argue about. Okay, wear your hair natural, and that is it.
okay, but I'm telling you that you, the solution that you're coming up with, you're ignoring the fact that a lot of times that the protective styles, they may not look good after a day or two, or a day or two. So then what? You have to do it over again, and it takes time.
Ma'am, no, 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 no. Nobody's protective hairstyle gets messed up in a day unless you wet it or you go outside in the rain or something like that. And black women are not doing that. You guys
My
avoid
my
the rain.
my
Hold on. You guys avoid the rain like a plague because oh, the
Yeah.
elements, they're gonna mess up my hair. Ma'am, the point is wear your hair natural. I don't care about your excuses anymore. Your
They're not
excuse,
excuses. This
no,
is reality.
your
These are not excuses.
excuses
It's reality.
don't matter. Wear your hair natural. That's it. There's nothing
Okay,
to talk about.
okay, but okay, but you're okay. You
Nothing to
but
talk about.
no, no, no. There is something to talk about. You are not understanding the perspective of somebody who has to style natural hair every day. You're not.
Okay, so hold on, hold
I
on.
can wear
Since
my hair like this every
since
day.
since since we're not agreeing, let me just ask the chat really quickly. Has what she's been saying the whole night, is it valid? Do all these things she calls them, she says they're not excuses. I'm saying they are excuses. So are they excuses basically, or are they not excuses? Are these excuses or are they not excuses? Let's just ask the chat because I know I'm not crazy right now. Okay. Cap, excuses, 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 excuses. So look, excuses, cap, ma'am. These
No,
no, ma'am, stop. Ma'am, stop.
no.
Because
It's not even
no,
stopping.
no,
You're not
no,
listening to what I'm saying.
black women have been going on with this rhetoric for decades. And every time I see a black woman who is 80, 70, 60 years old that's been wearing wigs her whole life, that's saying it's easier to manage. Oh my God, it's a protective hairstyle. When they take the wig off, they're bald or their hair is severely neglected.
Okay,
So
but
stop with
but
the
you know what's funny
excuses.
about the comments that I saw? A lot of those comments seem to be coming from men. Again, I want to get this perspective of what, no, don't look at me like that, because I can't talk to men about men issues the same way you can't talk to me about black women hair issues. When you are not when you have to, I am not. When I tell you that 4C hair can be frustrating to deal with sometimes, it can be hard to maintain, it can be hard maintenance. Those are not excuses. That's real. I don't know how many ways I can say that is the reality.
Ma'am. You
No,
in the
no,
comment sections, you called me ignorant. Everything
no.
hold on,
Because
Wait,
all the arguments are on one side. They're
Everything
all one
that you
sided.
brought up tonight,
They're all
I,
surface
I
level.
knew exactly what you were talking about, and then I brought up not data. Well, I brought up examples to talk about what you were already talking about, right? So I'm not the ignorant one here. I've
No,
done
no,
my
I'm
research.
not.
I know, no, okay. So look, basically, you're saying that I'm wrong on everything that I'm saying.
No. That's I didn't say that. You see,
No,
I have a feeling you're picking and choosing what I'm saying. There's actually
you
some
are.
stuff
So
that I agree with you on. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
ma'am, but you're arguing with me about black women wearing wigs and weaves and fake hair. You're
Okay,
arguing
what am I
for it.
arguing?
I'm arguing against it.
Okay. I don't know. Maybe I'm making I'm not making my point there. If you
No, you're
understand,
clear. You're
no,
just
it's not.
making
I
excuses.
No, these are not excuses. I'm trying to tell you the reality of dealing with natural hair. I'm trying to tell you why it is that wearing wigs and weaves may be more attractive to black women. I'm trying to make you understand why it is that wigs and weaves may be
Ma'am,
more attractive.
ma'am,
Hold on a
I
minute.
hold on. I understand,
No,
but you
no, you
keep
don't.
no,
Because
you
if you don't
stop,
understand,
ma'am.
if you don't understand what the problem is, then you cannot
No.
arrive at the solution.
Okay,
That's what I'm
okay.
trying to tell you.
You're no, okay. You keep saying the same thing over and over again. You're saying that black hair is hard to manage, right? We've went through that. I've already stated the solution,
That's
which
the
is
solution.
hold on.
Okay.
I've stated the solution, which is protective hairstyling, right?
Okay.
That's done. So what else do you have?
Okay. Protective hairstyling does not always look good. When you step out of the door, you want to look.
Excuses.
That's not an excuse.
Excuses.
That's not okay.
Excuses.
As a black woman, are there any black women in this chat? Are there any black women in this chat? Just call out some of them. I am telling you that there are some protective hairstyles, if not done professionally, they do not look good when you leave the
Let
house.
me ask you a question.
Do you hold
So
on? Do you not want to look good when you leave your house?
I do, but let me ask you a question.
Okay, that is an issue.
So when we get protective hairstyling, right, and our hair gets messed up in a day, why don't we put on wigs and weaves?
Because you don't have to.
No, no,
It's
no,
it,
no,
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 it's perfectly fine for a
no.
man to no
Black. No,
you
hold
cannot
on, man. Pause.
okay.
Black men with the when we get starter locks, right?
Yeah.
We get made fun of, but we still wear them. And then years later, our hair becomes long and people start to admire the locks, right?
Okay, so how's
But
that
so
different
hold
between the
on,
one who has starter locks?
wait. So the point is, black men go through the process of they call them little roaches on our head. They say
Yeah.
stuff like that. They
Yeah.
wear the starter locks. And
Yeah.
even though we get made fun of, we still walk outside and we're proud to be black.
How is that
We
different from
are
a woman who wears
no,
starter locks?
no, we are proud to be who we are.
Okay, so then what about the men who don't
Okay,
wear starter locks?
so when women get starter locks
Yeah.
or have short hair, they put a wig on until their hair gets long enough.
Okay, do you know
And
why?
no. Or
Do you know why?
they'll add in fake locks to their locks.
Okay, do you
So
know why?
what I'm saying is black women and black men have the same hair. Wear
Yeah.
your hair naturally through the starter locks all the way down till it gets down
No,
to your feet.
we have the same hair, but we don't have the same problem. Like I said, it's okay for a man to have hair that's about this short. Like I said, beauty is long, beautiful hair is not attached to beauty when it comes to black men. You only listed examples of black men when they have starter locks. The reason why that women may add hair while their locks are starting is because long hair is more attractive on women. They may
Ma'am,
feel hold on a minute.
I just
They
stated
may
that we get
feel
made fun
hold
of.
on a minute.
We get
It
made
doesn't
fun
okay,
of
yeah,
when we have short
and you don't
hair.
think we get made fun of? Black men do not have to have long hair. Long hair is
Ma'am,
not required for black men to feel
ma'am.
handsome.
I'm saying it's equal. Black women
It's
are
not
getting
equal.
hold on,
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
ma'am, stop.
That's what I'm
Black
no, you're not listening.
stop,
You're not
ma'am,
listening.
stop. When black men have short starter locks,
Yeah.
they get called worms, as they said in the chat. They get
Okay.
called roaches.
Yeah.
They're getting made fun of. when a black woman has short hair,
Yeah.
she also gets made fun of by other black women. When black men have starter locks, they get made fun of by black men and black women. So
Okay,
I'm
so
telling you, we both get made fun of, but only one of us is saying, okay, now I need to put a wig on.
okay, but what I'm trying to tell you is there's a reason why black women are adding may add their hair to, and I'm telling you it is because that they want the longer hair because maybe they feel more attracted with the longer hair. I'm
What does your
trying to
husband
tell
think,
you
ma'am?
what. Sorry,
What does your husband think?
I don't have a husband.
What about your man, your fiance, your
I don't have one.
okay?
I'm single. I'm single.
So, but that's. Do you think that maybe that has a little bit to do with that of why you're
No,
single?
has to do with
Because
what?
of how you don't. It's like
What are you talking
you're
about?
you're not you're not giving up, right? It's like I've already debunked so many of your points,
You haven't
and you're
debunked anything.
still
You didn't even
wanting
let me
to
finish.
argue
You
over
didn't
and
let me
over and over
finish.
again.
You are failing to understand how long hair is a standard of beauty. It does not matter whether it's black or white. Black men do not have to have long hair in order to feel handsome. Okay, that's what I'm trying to get you to understand. But and you listed black women who lock their hair. Okay, so then what about the ones who don't lock their hair? Give me an example of how they have to maintain their hair. Give me an example.
So hold on, really quick, chat. This is why I say it's going to take force,
You
because
didn't answer my
hold on.
question though.
Okay, so remember that question because I want
Yeah.
to get back to that, but I just want to bring this up, chat. This is why I say it's going to take force, because it does not matter what you say to a black woman. You can have the hardest facts and logic. You can have a whole big book and pamphlet with evidence. They'll read it and be like, "That's not true."
So you're
They'll
saying you're
no, no,
telling
hold on,
me,
hold on, hold on. They'll read 2 plus 2. You say I say it's 4. They say, "Oh, that's not 4. It's
yeah, yeah,
5."
okay, but
And they'll seriously argue with that. This is why I
okay,
say
but hold
we're
on a
gonna have
minute.
to force them. What was
Yeah,
your
hold on a
question?
minute. You're trying to argue with. I'm telling you my experience dealing with my own hair. You're trying to tell me that that's false. You're trying to tell me that I am making it up when I'm saying that my hair is a little difficult to manage. That is frustrating itself sometimes. You're trying to tell me where my reality is as a black woman with natural hair. I've actually agreed with you on a lot of your points. I've actually said, okay, yeah, I agree with that. I see where you're coming from. All I'm trying to get you to understand is why black women may do certain things. I'm trying to get you to understand what a standard of beauty is
I
for most. And it doesn't
understand.
matter doesn't matter what race it is. I'm trying to get you to understand what a standard of beauty is and what it means to black women when we don't have that standard of beauty that everybody regards as a standard of beauty. That's what you're not understanding. You're not listening to what I'm saying. You're trying to pick and choose what I say,
Ma'am,
and then
I
you're saying that
understand. Ma'am,
no,
I
you don't.
understand. Hold on, ma'am, stop. I've I've responded to everything that you said. I've even repeated your own words back to you
Mm-hmm.
multiple times over the night. And I'm saying what you're saying are excuses. They are excuse. Do you know the definition of an excuse?
No, I know what an excuse is.
Right. So,
But
ma'am,
do you know the
you are
definition
making
of honesty? Do
excuses.
you know the definition of being honest? You see, there's a lot. This is and thing is, I find a lot of black women don't like to be honest. People do not. They love saying beauty standard. This person is a man, is aren't they? You all don't understand. You all do not understand what it's like to not be considered in a beauty standard. Men do not have to be beautiful. Okay, women, the first thing any woman has to be is beautiful, and then whatever qualification they have, that's fine. But you all do not understand, coming from a place of somebody whose hair is constantly looked at as negative, whose hair has been told is ugly, who has been fed these comments in from from the time they're young. You do not understand
But
what it is like to be in that
what
place.
I'm telling you is I understand.
No, you
This is
don't.
no,
You
no, no,
just
no, no, no. Stop, stop, stop. This is why I fight so hard
yeah.
against the wigs and weaves, because respectfully, you're not in my position. Multiple black women are not coming up to you saying, "I hate my hair, I hate my hair, I hate my hair," right? So this is something that I have to hear on a regular. I don't
Yeah.
want to hear this, because when I look at black women's hair, I think it's beautiful. And so many
Yeah.
other black men, if I ask the chat right now, chat, do you guys prefer fake or natural hair on a black woman? Let's just see what they say. But what I understand is what black women go through. But I
Okay.
understand that you putting on a wig or a weave makes the problem worse. So I'm
Okay.
saying take that away and just be natural, and you'll figure out you'll feel more free. You'll learn how to do your hair. Look at all these chats.
Okay,
Natural,
but
natural, natural, natural,
yeah,
natural.
yeah. No, no, but have you ever asked a woman, just out of curiosity, have you ever asked a black woman who you've spoken to why they don't like their hair? Have you ever asked them that?
Yes.
What and what's the answer that they give them? That they
Oh,
give them?
I just been wearing fake hair my whole life.
No, 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 no. What's
Hold
the
on.
answer that they give you?
No, I'm saying it. I'm saying it.
Yeah,
These are their words. I
yeah.
just been wearing fake hair my whole life. My mother actually put relaxers in my head when I was 5, 6, 7, 8. So I never really got to learn how to do my hair. Now I'm insecure about it. I just had a
Mm,
big chop, and now I'm just so insecure because I don't like my hair being short, right?
mm.
And here's the thing: Black women should feel beautiful in all ways because if you're bro, let me let you understand something. Men will literally deal with anything sometimes. Men will literally deal with 80-year-old women, right? So you being insecure about you having short hair, bro, wear your hair bald, wear it short, and be happy.
Yeah, but women don't want to be bald though. I mean, it's great to hear. It is great to hear that black women that they do appreciate natural hair. I do like to hear that, but the reality is, if a woman does not feel attractive, it doesn't matter what anyone thinks. And a lot of women do not find short hair attractive.
So
That's
they're
just one of the
insecure,
things.
right? Thank you.
Huh? The what?
It's the
No, no,
insecurity.
no. Yeah, it could be insecurity, but
It is.
you cannot. That is just something um that we were born with because of the type of hair that we have. I can't force another black woman to want to like super short hair if they don't like it. I can't. And there's nothing wrong with saying that you don't like short hair, but you. I'm sorry that the women that you asked why you don't like your hair. I'm sorry you didn't dig deeper because I'm sure you would hear. You told me that the reason they gave me is because oh my mom pressed my hair. They put
How
a
much more deeper am I supposed to
no, no, no.
dig than their mother? That's where they
Because
started
you know what I'm
life.
surprised you didn't hear. I'm surprised you didn't hear. My hair is very, my hair is very tough. My hair is harder to comb through. My hair
Ma'am,
doesn't flow. It doesn't. I can't whip it because I see a lot of women
I
when
can't
they get
whip
into.
it.
Hold on a
Man,
minute.
that is not a necessity for
No,
your
no, it's not
hair.
necessary for you, but
This is
you'd be
something that you've been
surprised.
conditioned to
No,
think.
no, hold
Ma'am,
on a minute.
hold on.
You
Ma'am, it starts with their mother. Their mother creates the insecurity,
no,
and that is a
listen, what
fact.
no, no, I'm trying to tell you that you would be surprised at how many women of any different race, how they love how hair looks when it's whipping through the wind. Any race of women will tell you that that's pretty. You see, you think it's ridiculous because you're a
Who's
man. You don't understand that.
ma'am, whose hair whips through the wind? What race?
Everybody else's hair
Ma'am,
except for black women.
black women's hair does not whip through the
That's what
wind.
I'm trying to tell you. That's what I'm trying to
And
tell you.
that's what I'm trying to
But
tell
no, no,
you. You
but
guys
no,
are trying to be white.
no, 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 no. And first of okay,
Thank you.
no, okay, you have to listen to me. What I'm saying is that any other woman of any race, it doesn't matter, black, white, Indian, whatever. Any woman finds long flowing hair pretty. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You know you're shaking your head because you don't get it because you are not a woman. I am
Ma'am,
telling you this that hair is. I don't know why you're laughing at because you see this is what I'm talking about. This is why I'm saying that you come across as ignorant and your arguments are very surface level. You are not understanding the perspective of a woman of a girl. Okay,
no,
I
no, no,
am
no,
telling you.
ma'am, stop, stop.
No, no, it's not about
No, no,
stop.
no,
It's insignificant
ma'am,
to you. It's
ma'am,
insignificant to you.
ma'am.
But a lot
No,
of women they
so,
find
ma'am,
that attractive.
our IQ levels are on a whole different level because
Yeah, I can see that.
you're not understanding what I'm saying.
You're not
For
understanding where I'm
no,
coming from.
ma'am, stop. Because before we were colonized, black women were not
I
worried.
know that. I
Stop,
know that.
stop, stop, stop. Black women were not worried about their hair flowing through the wind. So by you saying, I want my hair to flow through the wind, you're saying I want to be like other races, white and Asian
Okay.
women. And that
I don't.
is that true or not true?
No, it's not about trying to be
Okay,
like them.
okay.
It's just
No,
that
no.
they.
Is that true or not
No, it's
true?
not about trying to
Is
be.
that true or
No, it's not
not
true.
true?
This is what I'm trying to tell you.
Ma'am, is
Okay,
that true or
it's
not true?
no. I want to answer your question.
No,
It
you're
is
not.
not
Yeah,
about. It is no.
I
Hold
need,
on a
ma'am.
minute. It is
True
not
or
about
not true?
trying to be. It is not
Ma'am,
about
please answer my
trying.
question.
Okay.
True?
Let me answer
No,
it.
you're not.
No,
Ma'am,
no, no.
this
Let me
ma'am,
answer it.
okay,
Let me
hold on,
answer
hold
your
on, hold
question.
on, hold on, hold on. You're taking a test right now. There's A and B. True or not true? Which one do you select?
That we're trying to be white or trying to be another race?
You're trying to be like other races. True or not
No,
true?
no,
Not
no,
true.
no. And I
Okay,
will.
so
And if you let me talk, I will explain why.
why is it not true?
And I can explain why. This is not about wanting to be like another race. A lot of black women, what they may not want to admit is that they like the hair types of the other races of women. That does not mean that we're trying to be like them. There's nothing wrong with admitting that you like the hair type of another race. Okay? There's
Where
nothing
did
wrong
they
with
get it from, ma'am? Who did they get it from? Who did they get it from? The idea of long flowing hair
no,
blowing in the wind. Who did they get it from?
that was introduced to slavery and we've already been to this. I
Okay,
agree with that.
but just
I
name it.
agree with
Who
you
did
on
they
that.
get it from?
Slavery, colonization, colorism,
White.
all of
Okay,
that.
white women. White women were the first people that we came in contact with that their hair is long and flowing. I understand black women do have the ability to grow straight hair, but that is less than
To
1%
grow
of
long
black
hair.
women. So the majority of black women, they're not seeing other black women with straight hair. They're seeing the white woman. They saw the white woman with the long flowing, blowing in the
Okay,
wind
but
hair.
that
So
but
that
the
means
thing.
if you desire to have that hair, you desire to be like a
No,
white
no, it's
woman.
not. It's
Chad, am
that
I
desire.
crazy? Am
It's
I
that.
crazy?
Hold on
Why
a
are you
minute.
not? Why are you
No,
not
this has
understanding?
nothing. You're misinterpreting the difference between liking a hair texture versus wanting to be like a white woman or another person. I have seen Koreans. That's it. They're the only race of people that I've seen that have actually tried to style their hair like black people. I don't look at them and say they want to be black or they're trying to be black. This is them saying, okay, black hair looks cool. I want to try that. I want to try and imitate that. That doesn't mean that they're trying to be black.
Let me ask you a question though. Okay,
Yeah,
so let's say I'm doing this. Woof, woof, woof. What am I acting like?
you're acting like a dog.
No, I'm not. I just like how dogs act. I'm not acting like a dog though. I just like how they act. Does that make any sense?
No, yeah, no, it doesn't make sense. You're acting like a dog. If you liked how dogs act, you'd be speaking in English and maybe you'd be running affection as
Ma'am,
well. But
thank
but
you,
you're
ma'am,
you're
ma'am,
you're
ma'am,
acting
ma'am,
like a dog.
ma'am. So exactly, you're proving my point.
No, I'm not.
When I say black women are acting like white women, when you guys put in that long flowing hair, right? When I say you're
Yeah, but
acting
why
like them,
why
you
white?
said you said no, they're not acting like them. They
No,
just
no,
like
no.
the way their hair looks. You
But
said
why?
that.
But why white women? I don't know. This is what I understand. Why
Ma'am,
you're
no,
assigning.
ma'am. That's the it.
But why
We
white
might as well
women?
just end the conversation, ma'am, because that's it's debunked right there.
But there's nothing to debunk. This is why you don't understand is why you're attaching this standard of beauty to white women. Every single other woman has hair like this except for us. Why is it
Okay.
only white
So,
women?
but can we at least admit first
The
that
weave hair does not even look
black
like
women
white
are
women.
acting like
No, they're not acting
somebody?
like white women.
Okay, so
First of all, the weave hair
hold on. Wait,
listen,
wait,
the
wait,
weave
wait,
hair
wait,
that
wait,
black
wait,
women
wait.
have
Okay. Okay,
is
hold
not
on.
even mimicking white
Hold on.
women.
Okay,
It's mimicking East Asian
can
hair,
we at
mimicking
least agree
Southeast
that
hair.
black women are acting like somebody else? Even if you say it's not white women, that they're acting like somebody else when they put in straight hair or straight blonde hair and it flows through the wind. Can we at least admit that they're acting like
No, they're not
somebody that
acting
they're
like
not?
somebody else.
Okay,
I would
so
say that they have
how
the
come when I
hair
act like a
they have
dog,
the
I'm
hair
acting like a
like
dog,
somebody else.
but
No, no, no. If they're
right?
acting like someone else, that means that all of a sudden, their voice and their accent would switch to that of a white woman. Their makeup, they would start wearing makeup like a white woman. They would start um
Makeup, hair,
um. Hold on a minute.
cosmetics, same thing.
Hold on a minute. Hold on a
Ma'am,
minute.
you're proving my
No,
point.
no, hold
This
on a
is a
minute.
cakewalk.
No, 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 it's not. You're confusing liking a
Ooh-wee.
hair texture for wanting to be like them. What I'm trying to tell you is if I okay, here's an example. If I put on a weave, that doesn't mean that I'm trying to be white. If I come out the door looking like someone like Little Kim, that is somebody who clearly wants to emulate what a non-black person looks like. Do you see the difference? I am
Ma'am,
not. I
look,
did not
look, look,
alter my
look.
appearance. I did not alter my mannerisms. I didn't alter my voice. I didn't alter my eye color. I didn't. The only thing that I put on my head was hair that I seem to find
Man,
more.
see,
That's something I seem to
but
find
see,
more attractive.
hair
It is
would be
not the same
no,
thing.
no, no. Hair would be even more than those other features of altering your voice or something like that. Let me tell you why. Because if I put on a dog suit, that
Yeah,
is even more me trying to act like a dog, right?
yeah,
So
true.
if you put on the hair that looks like a white woman's hair, that is you trying to act like a. Okay, let's
No,
say
it's
it's
not.
let's say it's not white women. That is you trying to act like another race that
That's
is
not
not
straightening.
you.
That is putting on
Bingo.
hair. No, it's
Let's
not.
end it right
No,
here.
no, it's not.
Have it.
No,
Let's
it's
go to
not.
bed.
No, no, it's not. When what you're telling me is that
Woo-wee.
it is hair that is you're putting it on because you some women may tend to think that that hair type is more attractive. That has nothing to do with who you are as a black woman. You can still be a black woman and still proud to be black and still um you're so proud of your culture. That has nothing to do with you wanting to maybe put a weave on your head to maybe to maybe add a style or maybe want to style your hair or maybe because of the fact that you may try to find that hair more attractive, but it is not. You're confusing appreciation for idolizing or for imitating or for pretending to be that. Those are
Okay,
two
so
different things.
are
Those are
can
two
wigs
different things.
can wigs harm black women?
Okay, huh?
Hold on. Can wigs harm black women?
It depends. There are toxic
But
chemicals in some of
okay.
them.
And what about the weaves
Um,
and fake hair in general? Just
they
fake
can.
hair.
Well, I'm now hearing that there's a lot of toxic chemicals
Right.
in the
So
non in the
right.
non
So okay. So
human hair.
answer me this question: between me and you, who cares more about black women's health? You that's advocating for them to keep wearing it, or me that's saying stop wearing it in total?
No, we both do.
Ma'am, if you're recommending something for a black woman that is going to harm her,
I'm not
then
recommending weaves.
but
I'm
okay,
not
so but
recommending it.
you're saying it's okay.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. You see, you are not
Then why are
listening
we
to what
okay?
I'm
Hold on,
saying.
hold on, hold on, man, man.
You're
Okay,
not
so
listening to what
so
I'm
so
saying.
hold on. Is so it's not okay then for them to wear.
No, okay. I don't personally, if it were up to me, I would tell black women, um, I don't like weaves. Okay.
Fake hair,
Yeah,
fake
I don't
hair.
I don't like I don't like we're
Is
not
it okay or not okay for a black woman to wear?
um
Ma'am.
I would say it's not okay. It is not okay.
Okay. Okay,
Hold on a
so
minute.
okay, if it's not
Hold on a minute.
okay, then man, we are on the same
No, no, no.
side and we end this conversation right now. She
But we're
agrees
not in
with
the
me
same
too,
side.
chat. She wants black women to wear their natural hair and get rid of wigs and weaves completely. We're on the same side, man.
No, no, no. I didn't. No, no, no. If you listen, if it were up to me, I would tell black women, just like how you're saying, try and work with your natural hair, try and take care of whatever. But I understand where the desire comes to want to have more versatility in your hair, where it comes where you want to have more styling options, where you might want to just be able to have more ease when it comes to maintenance. I understand that. What I'm trying to get you to understand is I'm because I know the perspective of what a lot of women are coming from. I know why it would be difficult to say to give up wigs and weaves. That's all I'm trying to tell you.
Okay, but
And
they
and,
should.
and to say
Okay,
that
but so in my videos, ma'am, I argue against wigs and weaves. So if you also believe that black women should give them up, then we should not even be having a conversation right now.
no, no, no. I'm not saying that because there are reasons. There are certain reasons why someone should wear weaves, and I wouldn't want to tell a woman why she wouldn't want to wear weave or
So you
why
think it's
she.
okay for women to wear wigs then? You said it wasn't okay earlier. So now you're
Well,
saying it is okay.
if you have like
This is why you can't listen to
alopecia.
women because they can't make up their
Hold on a
mind.
minute. Hold on a minute. If you have like conditions like alopecia or you have hair loss and you feel more
Good lord.
confident, I don't like them. But if that's your choice, it doesn't affect me. That's your choice, fine. But I can't tell somebody to stop wearing their hair.
Man, you can though. You can. You absolutely can. And you if you cared about black women, you would be doing the same thing that I'm doing. You would be saying do not wear wigs or weaves and wear your natural hair.
No,
The wigs and
I
weaves
tried that.
have too many negatives, okay? I understand all these little. Okay, let me ask you this question. If wigs and weaves didn't exist, then what will black women do when they say our hair is too hard to maintain, too hard to
Oh, they
manage?
straighten it. They straighten it. They press it, because that's again. But this is the
Why
point.
would you press it though? Why
Now
would you press
straightening,
it,
now
ma'am?
straightening.
They want to be white.
No, that has
They
nothing
want
to
to
do with
be
wanting white.
white.
You see what you're ignoring the fact is maintenance comes into play, and managing your hair comes into play. This is what you seem to be skipping over this part, and you as a black man cannot talk to me about how much easier it is for me to maintain my hair, or for me to comb it, and for me to style it. Because let's talk about styling options when your hair is straightened. They're just not the same as when your hair is natural. You don't know this because you've never done it. You don't. You're not. I'm. This person says I'm in denial. I'm not in denial. I'm telling you my experience as a black woman with natural hair. I've had natural hair. I've had pressed hair. I've had straightened hair. I can tell you, even though I will absolutely not be returning to straightened hair, I can tell you there is no comparison between.
Man, this is why
Because
you need a
hold
man in
on,
your life, though. To
huh?
be
Hold on a
honest,
minute. Hold on a
this
minute.
this is why you
Hold on
need
a
a
minute.
man
Hold
in
on a
your
minute.
life because
This
you can't
this
even
is
make up your mind.
no, no, hold on. I'm not. I'm no, but I'm telling you. You seem to be you seem to be um you're you are you someone think that I'm that my story is false. I'm telling you a very honest daily account of what I've experienced as a black woman with natural hair. I can tell you it is easier to style my hair. It's easier to maintain my hair. It's easier to just go through it, go in the daily process when it's pressed. That has nothing. That has nothing to do with me wanting to be white. I don't
Ma'am,
understand
ma'am,
why
ma'am.
people are even
The
making
reason why
this.
you think it's easier is it because of the styles that you're trying to do.
What's wrong with the
If
styles of my hair though? What's wrong with styling my hair though?
so, but this here's what I'm saying. Do you want,
Yeah.
if you could, would you want your hair to be down your back?
Oh yeah, I love that.
Okay, so that is exactly what's wrong with what you're doing. You're doing styles that are damaging and breaking off your hair, and
Okay,
they've been
so
doing it for since you've been a
okay,
little
but none of
girl.
this has to do with the fact that when my hair is pressed, because we haven't gone from that issue. You seem to want to jump to the conclusion that, oh, the minute you want straight hair means you want to be white. You are missing the point in the middle that this has to do with maintenance. You are not a black woman. You don't comb black women's hair. You have no clue. This is why I say that your arguments are surface level. You have zero clue what it is like to have to deal with natural hair and comb it and style it every single day. When my hair is pressed, my hair is straightened, there is I have a lot of styling options that I can do with my hair. Okay, and don't talk to women about how we should wear our hair and how we should style our hair. If I want to style my hair in a
Ma'am,
certain way,
her
huh?
hair is longer than yours, and she
Exactly.
she
But how
never
many women do you see
hold on,
walking
hold on,
around
hold
like
on,
that?
hold on, hold on,
Okay,
hold on,
but you
hold on, hold on,
listen. You
hold
cut
on.
me off though.
She
You have
never complains about her hair.
okay, but
So why do you?
I don't know this woman, but I want to know what her routine is, and I can guarantee you that this routine is time consuming because this is not sprouting out of your hair just like
No, no,
that. And
ma'am.
you seem to think
She's just
you
not
seem
lazy. She's not
no, this has
lazy.
nothing
That's
to do with
it.
being lazy. This has nothing to do
She's
with,
not
I don't know what
lazy.
she does for work. I don't know what she does for. I don't know her life. Okay. Granted, she may put in the effort. I'm not even gonna lie and say that she probably put in the effort, more effort than I put in. I'm not lying about that. But what I'm trying to tell you is that no other race of women has to put in the amount of time and effort that we have to just to grow our hair.
Okay,
Everyone has
okay.
to
So that's
and cut
perfect.
their hair.
Stop right there.
No,
That's
no, is that
perfect.
not
No,
true? Is
that's
that not
perfect.
true?
That's
Is that
perfect.
not
That's
true?
perfect. That's perfect.
Is that not true
That's
though?
true to an extent, but
No, it's not an
no,
extent.
that's perfect, ma'am. Stop right there.
Yeah,
Answer me this question. If a white woman was trying to take her straight hair and
yeah,
trying to style it into an afro
yeah.
every single morning, do you think that that white women would be saying our hair is hard to manage? Do you think white women would say their hair is hard to manage if they had to style it into an afro every morning?
Do you know how long it would take to style
Ma'am,
white hair in an
yes,
afro?
yes, yes.
Yes. Yes, of
Exactly.
course.
That's my point, ma'am. That would be white women trying to be black, right? So that's why they're saying their hair is hard to manage. When black women act white, now you're saying that
So
your hair
so
is
I'm
hard to
so because
manage.
I want to style my hair, I'm white. Because I want to style my hair, I'm white.
The way you're doing it.
How do you know how I style my hair?
The way you're
No, no.
doing
How do you
it.
know how I style my hair?
You told me already. You
How do I
said you
style?
comb through it every morning.
How do I style my hair?
You said you comb through it.
And I shouldn't comb. I shouldn't comb my hair. This
Not
is this white?
not black hair.
No, no, no. Is this white?
White people's hair is meant to be combed
No, no,
every
no,
day.
no, 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 no.
Not black women's hair.
Okay, okay. But is this hair white?
Ma'am,
When I
obviously.
comb my hair, no, no, no. Answer the question.
Ma'am,
When
ma'am,
I have my
ma'am,
when I comb my hair, is
obviously,
this hair white?
mom, obviously, you're a black woman. Your hair
Yeah.
is not white women's hair. But
Okay.
okay, but what I'm saying is, you're taking on a practice of a white woman. See, this is the thing about the girl right here. What she recommends, she doesn't use combs because
I've
she
heard
under
that.
no,
Yeah.
she doesn't under she understands who she is. She understands that she's a black woman, right? Black people are supposed to finger detangle.
Yeah,
And
I've heard that.
it takes more time, but when
Yeah,
you care about something, then you'll it doesn't matter. The time
the
and
time doesn't matter.
the time doesn't matter.
Okay, so we can agree that so there are common techniques to my hair to force the hair that you have to do. So let's say the way that we have to comb our hair is you have to comb it from the end and then work your way up. Is that correct? Right. Okay. So now I have
Don't
to
comb.
finger comb my hair, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know how long it takes to finger comb my hair?
Finger detangle.
Do you know how long that takes? Have you ever tried it? Have you
Yes.
ever tried finger detangling hair of my length? Because
Yes.
I
How
tried
long does your hair go to?
probably about here.
Yeah, I've grown my hair out that long.
Okay.
Like right
So
here.
when's the last time you've had hair that long?
Last year.
Last year? Okay. Well, I'm trying to tell you that finger detangling my hair takes a
Okay.
lot of time. So hold on a minute. So we've had that. We have the combing technique. We have the finger detangling. Then we have the fact that can I leave my can I leave my hair? Sorry, can I leave my house with my hair finger detangled?
Can you leave your hair?
Yeah.
Can you leave
If
your
my hair
house?
is finger detangled and it's out, can I walk out of my house?
Yes.
Really? I'm gonna
Ma'am.
look homeless. So no, the answer is no. I cannot.
Okay, okay,
You,
hold on.
no, no, no,
Chat.
no, no. We haven't
Chat. No,
finished.
no, I want to ask the chat. I want to ask
I'm
the
trying
chat
to
a question.
understand.
I
I'm
want to
trying
ask
to
the
get.
chat a question.
No, no,
How
no, no.
many
Hold on a minute. I'm not finished.
hold on. How many times have you seen her say negative things like I'm gonna look homeless and negative things about
You're not
natural hair
listening to what I'm
tonight?
saying. But you're not listening to what I'm saying. I'm asking you. I could take my hair right now. Okay, you want me to take my hair and let me finger comb my hair, and you see what that looks like, and you're telling me
Yeah.
that I can leave my house with my hair out like that,
Who says you
out all the
can't?
way like this, right?
Who says you can't?
Are you out of your mind?
Who said you can't?
You want me to take my hair out?
Go ahead. Yes, go ahead.
Okay. I finger comb my hair. You want me to leave my hair? You want me to go out of my house looking like this? Is
Ma'am,
what you're telling me?
ma'am, pause,
No,
pause.
no, no, no,
No,
no.
no,
Answer
no,
the
no,
question.
no, no,
Answer
no,
the
no, no,
question.
no, 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 pause, no, pause, because you're making an invalid point.
No, no, no,
Because
no, no, no,
no,
no. I'm
no,
not
no,
making it
ma'am,
valid.
ma'am,
I'm not
pause,
making it
no,
valid.
pause, because
Answer the
no,
question.
no, every even me, right? When I wake up in the morning, the back of my head is flat,
Yeah.
flat. So I lift my hair up, and even my hair, I do this, and I style it, and then I walk out the door.
And then
No,
it's
hold on,
done.
wait, ma'am.
Oh God.
Nobody,
This proved my
nobody,
point.
ma'am, nobody said that you just take your hair out of your clip and then walk out the door.
You
Every
just said that. You said, "Why can I walk my hair? Why can I walk out of her door?" I just told you. Just said
No,
that.
man. Okay,
You
okay.
just said that.
Chat.
Okay.
Is she changing the narrative
No, 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 no,
or
no.
no?
You changed it. You
Yes or
changed the
no? No,
question.
yes or no. Chat. Is she changing the narrative? Yes or no? Because okay, let's let them answer. I'm not even.
I lost my pen.
But is she changing? Yes, yes,
No, 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 no. I just asked
yes,
you. I
yes.
just asked you.
Yeah. No, you said, is it okay if a black woman walks out the door with her hair finger detangled? And I said yes. I
I
never.
just detangled
No,
my hair.
no, ma'am. That's
No, 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 no. Did you hear? Did you see what my hair looked like when I just I did a quick demonstration of finger detangling? Can I leave my house with my hair like that? Do you understand why I made a comment
ma'am,
that I said? No, no, no.
ma'am.
Answer the question.
No,
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 no, no.
man.
Answer the
No,
question.
no, 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 no.
You're not
I
answering the
I
question
answered
though.
your question
No, you
already.
didn't.
No,
Can I leave
no.
my house with my hair combed like that? Is
Finger
what I asked.
detangled. Yes, you can.
I can. How my hair was? I can leave my house.
Finger detangled. I already answered that.
Yeah,
Yes, you
you don't know
can.
what you're talking about. I'm sorry. You don't
Ma'am,
know what you're
ma'am,
talking about.
your original statement was, "Can I leave my house with my hair finger detangled?" And I said yes.
I just showed. I just gave an example.
Ma'am,
You are expecting me to leave my house with my hair the way it
she's
just looked.
unrealistic.
No, no, no. Did
Ma'am,
I say that?
ma'am,
No,
this
no,
is
no, 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 no. I just asked you that question, but you're not answering me.
were you
You
ever
expect me to leave my house with my hair the way it just looked.
ma'am, you can style it, right?
Exactly. That's what I'm
Poof,
trying to get
ma'am,
to.
ma'am, ma'am,
We haven't even got to the styling
ma'am,
point.
do like that a little bit and then walk out.
Do like what a little bit.
Same thing I do. Pack
The
it
same
down.
thing I do.
Do
You
like
think
that,
styling my hair is enough to style it? Is that what
ma'am.
you're telling me?
But how did you get your hair like that? Didn't you blow dry it?
No, actually, it was
Oh,
stretched because
uh,
it was plaited. So I had
oh,
to unplait my hair. That's why it looks so straight because it's plaited.
stretched how?
Because it's plaited.
And braids?
No, no, plaited.
So was it finger detangled?
Um, well, to be honest,
No, it wasn't.
no, 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 hold on
So
a minute.
your point is
No, no, no,
invalid.
hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. To finger detangle it, I had to go to the comb because it takes a long time. I have finger detangled my hair before, and it takes a long time. That's why your little
Ma'am,
announcement
stop.
aside,
No, no, no,
that
no,
first
no,
thing you
no,
want to
no,
say, you want
no,
to say
no.
me use a blender.
Ma'am, no, no, because the original point was, can I walk outside with my hair finger detangled?
No,
And
and I
I
did
said,
detangle my hair.
and I said yes. And
You
then you
okay?
tried to make an invalid example by
That's
just
not invalid.
by just taking your hair out of a bun and
Yeah.
just letting it up in the air and saying, "Can I walk outside like this?"
Okay.
That's not
What do
your
you
hair
think?
finger,
No.
ma'am. That is
You,
not your hair finger detangled.
yeah, it looks worse. It looks worse. You know why? Because my hair's been plaited all night, and then I had to finger detangle. I don't know. I don't know what examples you have. I don't know
So
what sort of reference you have. I am telling
what
you.
styles does your hair look good in?
Oh, afro. I put it up in a bun.
So
I've done it in
wait.
curl.
Wouldn't that be an afro?
Huh?
How you just took your hair out? Wouldn't that be an
Yeah.
afro?
Yeah. No, no. I just said that. So I
So
put an afro puff. I wear it in a bun. I can wear. Sometimes I can wear an afro, but again, the afro is a little tricky because you have to
okay.
you constantly have to comb it. I can wear it in
So
two
do
cornrows.
you ever
I've
wear
done
your afro in its most shrunken state? Like
um
mine. My hair has water in it, so it's all the way packed down.
yeah.
Do you ever wear your hair all the way in its shortest state
No,
possible?
no,
Why?
because I don't want to. I'd rather comb it out so that it looks like a full afro, so that my hair is fuller.
Because you don't like the length of your hair.
Who said that? I
Because
just
you
told you, but I've worn an afro before. So to impress you, I have
but
to wear
not in
my
this
hair
shrunken
something
state like mine.
something say. Why would I have to? Why do I have to?
Because if you're proud to be who you are, you'll wear your hair
I
in its
just
most
told you I
shrunken
wear an
state.
afro though. I've worn an afro before, and I've combed it out, and I can show you a picture of it. But I don't
I've
understand what the
seen it.
argument is.
I've seen
So,
it.
so your problem is that
I've seen it. That's stretched.
I have to be more I somehow have to be proud to prefer wearing a super shrunken afro over a fuller afro. Why? To prove what? Either way, it's an afro. I like my afro to be fuller. What's your point?
Ma'am,
What point are you trying to
I
make?
think you just like to argue. I think
No,
that's
no,
what
but
it
what
is.
point are you trying to make? I don't understand. I
No,
said I wore my hair in an
I
afro.
think you just like to argue.
No, no, no. I said I wore my hair in an afro before, and you're coming to me with, oh, but do you wear it in a shrunken state? Why does who cares? I wore it in an afro. What is the point?
Ma'am,
What point are you trying to make?
because the point is you don't like your hair in its most shrunken state, which is actually you,
God,
right?
the assumptions you make too many assumptions. You make a lot of statements, and you're trying to prove that, but you're trying to prove that your statements are right, but you're not listening to what I'm saying. I don't think
I'm
you listen to what I'm saying. I just sat here and told you a couple of natural hairstyles that I wore. I just told you that I wore an afro, and your response is, "Oh, let me see if I can get her to wear it shorter." Who cares?
See, ma'am, this is exactly why I said earlier that you need a man, right? Because
God, what does this have to do with anything?
ma'am, I'm honest
No,
because
this is crazy.
no,
Now
no,
we're going
you're
to something else now.
so
Okay, so come on.
men are stable, right? Women's thoughts are here, but what if that, what if this?
Stable. Okay.
I'm a man, right? So I just say get rid of the wigs. You're a woman, so you say, but what about that? But
There's
what
not
about
even what about
protection?
that. You know
But
what? You know
what
what?
about 20 what about 2000 years ago when black people
That's what
were
you said.
oppressed? Like, bro,
You
you're
said
make
you brought in the
no,
fresh
man. You're
argument, not
making
me.
too many excuses. The point is, we both agree that black women should just wear their natural hair and never wear wigs or weaves. So we shouldn't even be talking anymore. That's
No,
what
no,
it
okay,
is.
okay, but the only trying to make, but what you're not getting is what the other side is, a perspective of the other side. You have
Ma'am, I
tunnel vision.
understand. I just don't care.
No, no. What's the point of having a debate then? You can't see things from the other perspective. I'm trying to show you the side from the other perspective, but you don't want to listen.
Ma'am,
I've actually received some of
we've
what you
almost been
say.
here for 2 hours,
You have
ma'am.
not
Okay.
received anything that I'm
So
saying.
we went through everything possible. The chat has been here listening as well. They've agreed over and over again that you just like to
No,
argue,
but
and
you
your
see, but
points are not
most of your
valid.
chat, I can tell most of your chat is men. I've actually read some of your chat. None of you, if I were to come on this chat and talk about men issues, the first thing I would say is, oh, you can't be a woman telling me
I would
anything
never
about
say
that.
that to you.
No, no, no,
No,
but
no, no,
no, but
no,
I've
no,
seen. I'm not
no.
talking about you. I have heard men say, "Why is a woman trying to tell me anything about being a man?" I'm trying to tell you the perspective of a black woman, and you're trying to argue with me. You're
look,
trying to tell
look.
me that my
If
experience
look,
is
look.
invalid,
Here's
but I'm
here's
telling you
here's
that's the
here's the
truth.
point. Here's the point.
I'm trying to get you to
Here's the
understand the
point.
other side. You're
If
not doing
somebody's
it.
speaking facts, I don't care if it's a dog, an alien, a black person, a white person. It doesn't matter, a man or a female. If they're speaking facts, that is all that matters.
So
Now,
I'm not speaking
but
facts.
hold on. When black or when men speak facts, then women your first resort is to say you're a man, you can't speak on this.
Yeah,
How are
but I
hold on,
no,
hold on,
hold
hold
on a
on,
minute. Do
hold
you
on.
look?
How
Okay,
are
but
you as a woman going to tell me when I can and cannot speak?
hold on. But I'm not telling you when you can't speak. But I'm telling you that if I were to talk about men issues and tell men, oh, what makes you masculine, what makes you this, I am telling you, and I've seen this in many chats. I've seen this in. I've even been told this. You can't tell me anything about being a man because you're not a man. So what I'm trying to tell you is you cannot invalidate my experience as a black woman with natural hair when you are not a black woman. You don't know what you're talking about.
But
All I'm
ma'am,
trying to tell
ma'am,
you
okay,
is that
okay.
to
So
see you
okay,
hold on,
ma'am. No, no,
your
no, no.
problem is
Here's the
hold on a
case
minute.
though. Here's
You're
the
saying that the
case.
problem is weaves. You cannot solve the problem of weaves without
No,
first understanding what the
no,
problem is.
no,
You don't
no.
want to understand what the foundation of the problem is. You want to jump to,
So
oh, we want to be white. That's not you. There are so many layers of that
so
issue
you're
that you have not
basically
even
saying
covered
that
yet.
I have to be a dog to understand the behavior of a dog. There's something called studying. If you study, then you understand the practices because you looked into it. You done research.
Well, to
You
be
don't.
honest,
You know, hold on, hold on, hold on. I don't have to be a dog to know that a dog barks. A dog likes
yeah.
treats. A dog likes to play catch. A dog likes to bite. Right? I don't have to be a dog to know these things. So for you to tell me I need to be a black woman to know how black women operate with their hair, that is ludicrous.
No, no. What I'm trying to tell you is that you do not have the experience of dealing with black hair the way that women have. You do not have the experience of of understanding the how much beauty in hair how much hair is attached to beauty with women in general. You
Ma'am,
don't
you're cooked.
understand that.
Ma'am,
You
you're
don't
cooked.
understand it.
You're
You
cooked,
see, and
ma'am.
and
You're
no,
cooked.
no, no. But the fact that you're laughing,
It's
it
over.
tells me that you do not understand it, and you're not willing to see things from my perspective.
I'm
I
laughing
can
because
tell.
this is funny, bro. Like
No, no, it
we
is
went through
funny.
everything and you keep making up excuses.
No,
So I'm
it's
like,
not
bro,
making up.
like,
So you're trying to tell me that not one thing I said is a fact. You're trying to invalidate my experience as a black woman
man,
with
please
hair.
don't gaslight me.
No, I'm. This is not about gaslighting because you don't like. I know you don't like to answer questions. Okay,
Please don't
are
gaslight
you
me.
trying to tell me that there's nothing that I said that is a fact?
I never said that, ma'am.
No, you
Ma'am,
keep saying
we
that.
no, we've been on here for
You keep
two.
saying that everything.
Ma'am, we've been on here for almost 2 hours. What are
Yeah.
the possibilities that you didn't say one thing that's a fact? Obviously, you've said maybe one or two things that's a fact. But we have to get specific. But
Okay.
most of the things that you've been arguing have been ludicrous, as
I'm
can be confirmed by the chat as well.
the chat is full. Let me tell you, the chat is full of a lot of black men that do not go through the issues of maintaining their hair the way that we do. I want to know how many black women with braids actually braid their hair themselves and don't have to get their hair braided. I want to know how many men in the chat who don't have faded hair that's less than a millimeter hair. I want to know how many of them have to deal with this hair every day. What I'm trying to tell you are facts. Whether you want to admit it or not, whether black men or black women want to admit it or not, we don't sometimes we don't want to, but that is a reality of our hair. 4C hair is just harder to manage. That is a reality. I'm trying to tell you that reality, and you're laughing at me like I'm lying. You're not living in my experience. So I don't understand what the joke is.
Ma'am, the joke is that we went through this 2,000 times already. And I already explained if you think your hair is hard to manage, put a hairstyle in that makes it not hard to manage. Simple, done. We're done here.
which is what I'm telling you is why black women wear weaves, because it solves that problem. Whether you agree with it or not, I'm trying to get you to understand why it is that they wear weaves. Okay,
Ma'am,
it's easier.
ma'am, ma'am, I told you a hundred times. I
Yeah,
understand. My solution is get rid of wigs and weaves. That's why I asked you if black women didn't have wigs or weaves. You said they were straighten their hair because that's easier to manage.
it is.
That's literally white supremacy.
That's not white
Because
supremacy.
no,
You don't
no,
you don't know
no,
what you're talking
no,
about. I'm
no,
sorry. You
no,
don't know what
no,
you're talking
no,
about.
no, ma'am.
Let me ask
Listen,
you a question.
ma'am, no, let me finish. Let me
Okay,
finish.
okay.
Because before wigs and weaves were even invented, right? Black people did hundreds of styles of braids. They didn't have wigs or weaves to be like, okay, or they didn't even have a hot iron to straighten their hair. They just had to be in their
Yeah.
natural state. So for you to say if wigs or weaves didn't exist, they would just straighten their hair, that is literally white supremacy because before colonization, black people did not straighten our hair.
Okay.
What do
No.
you not understand?
No. I understand all of it. I understand the history of it. I understand what the foundation of this, what the foundation of the problem is.
Straightening your
But
hair
what
is
I'm trying
even
to tell you is,
worse.
it is not 100%. This is not 100% women wanting to be white. You want to jump to that. You want to jump. Yeah, straightening hair. It is worse because there's toxic chemicals. That's actually one of the reasons why he stopped straightening my hair.
Then why would you
But
recommend
no,
it
hold on.
then?
I didn't. I'm not recommending it. You're not listening to what I'm saying. I am telling you that you asked me an honest answer. What would women do if wigs or weave were banned? I gave you an honest response. I'm not telling you. I'm not advocating it, but I'm giving you an honest response of what is likely to happen. Do you understand that? Do you not understand that? I'm giving you a likely response. I'm giving you what is likely to happen. What is likely to happen is that black women will probably they may go back to I can't even say straightening hair because a lot of black women have recognized that straightening hair is toxic. So what they will go to is likely the pressing of the hair. That's likely what is going to happen. I don't know why you don't like what is likely what could likely happen. I can't control that. I'm just telling you as a black woman that that is likely what is going to
Okay,
happen,
okay.
whether you
So
advocate it or not.
basically, what I asked you before, I said if wigs and weaves didn't exist, you said that black women would just straighten their hair.
No,
So
they would
no, no,
likely
no, no, no,
likely
no,
go back.
no, no, no.
Yeah,
But okay,
yeah.
what is better for a black woman? For her to straighten her hair because it's easier to manage, or for her to just style it naturally?
No, what's actually better is if you can. Speaking from someone who has to deal with their hair every day and has to deal with the maintenance, um, there are healthy ways to press your hair. That's and not go to straightening because straightening deals with toxins, deals with toxins.
Ma'am,
But
what
no,
is
no,
hold on.
hold on a minute,
No,
hold on. Do not let me
what
finish.
is
Do not let me
what
finish.
is the
You
obsession
are
with
not.
straight hair?
I am trying to get you to understand that it is not about being white. It is about maintenance. It is about making hair that is easier to manage. You're not understanding that. I keep trying to tell it to you. I don't know how many ways I have to say this. I keep trying to get you to understand. This is not about 100% about how any woman that straightens her hair wants to be white. That's not what it is about sometimes. For some reason,
Okay.
for some women, maybe it is. But I am telling you
Do you not
from a
understand
perspective.
though?
No.
If we
You don't
never came in
understand.
contact with
You don't
white people,
understand.
if
You do not
hold on, do you not
listen.
understand,
Listen.
ma'am? By you acknowledging the fact that black people only started straightening our hair after colonization, that is you acknowledging the fact that if a black woman is straightening her hair, she's doing a white
Okay, but you know what else
practice.
they
No,
realize
can you
as they went
acknowledge
along?
that, ma'am?
No,
Can you
no,
acknowledge
we
that?
acknowledge it. But you know what else they
Can
realized
you
as they went
acknowledge
along?
that? Can you acknowledge that?
Listen. I have told you that is where the
Can
foundation of the problem lies.
can you
We
acknowledge
agree
that,
that.
ma'am?
I just told you I did. That is the
Conversation
foundation of the
over.
problem. But do you know what they also found out as they went on in the years? That it is easier to manage. Your hair is easier to maintain when your hair is pressed. I don't know if you've heard of the movement. Um,
Ma'am.
no, hold on a minute. The I think people are calling it straight natural.
Okay, so I have a question
No,
for you.
hold on a minute. Let me finish.
I have a
There's
question.
something that people are calling straight natural. Do you know what that is?
I have a question. No, I don't. What is that?
Okay, straight natural is, and these are from actual black women who will tell you that 4C hair is difficult to deal with. Straight natural is just a way of wearing your natural hair, but it's pressing it out to make it easier to manage. This has nothing to do with wanting to be white. This is what I'm trying to get you to understand, but it's like you want to ignore that. You
Ma'am.
need to
Let me
go
ask
to
you a
different.
question.
Okay,
Man,
yeah,
you said that straight hair is easier to manage.
it is.
Okay. So if a black woman does twist with her natural hair and she straightens her hair, which one is easier?
What do you mean?
Which
If you
one's
mean
easier
straight
to manage?
twisting
Ma'am,
with
don't
straight.
ma'am, don't be disingenuous. Just answer my question.
No, I'm
If
trying
a
to actually
you
explain it.
no, because every time I've mentioned twists tonight, you knew exactly what they were. Now, if a black woman twists her hair and
Yeah,
then another black woman straightens her hair,
yeah.
whose hair is easier to manage? The one twisted or the one straightened?
Um, oh, the one straightened.
Explain that. Explain why.
I can explain
Hold
it
on, hold
because I've
on.
dealt with.
No. Explain why a woman's hair straightened is easier to manage than a black woman's hair twisted.
Okay, so let's talk about the fact that with twisted hair, you're only regulated to one style. If I want to switch my hair up
No,
the
no,
next
no,
day,
no, no. We're not talking about switching it up.
no, no,
We're
no. I'm
talking about
telling you, this is
easier
what
to,
maintenance
ma'am,
is
ma'am,
about.
ma'am. We're talking about easier to manage.
Exactly, which
Now,
is what I'm getting
you
into.
said,
Which is what I'm getting into. You're not letting me finish. Your sound is going. Your sound's going. Your sound is going.
okay. Mention how the one with straight hair is easier to manage without saying because they want to switch it up because that is not correlating to the.
That's part of it.
No, ma'am. I said to manage.
Okay, okay,
Not manage.
okay. Manage. When I say manage, combing,
No,
styling, that all comes into play of managing.
I didn't say
Pleasing your
your
hair,
definition.
putting all.
I said managing, ma'am. Explain how it's easier to manage.
Okay, but I'm getting to that. Managing. Okay, I can. Let's just say that my hair is pressed. I can get up if I want to run through the door. I put my hair run. It takes about 2 minutes to put a comb through my hair when it's pressed. I can put it back. I can put it up in a bun. I'm out of the door. Boom. That's it.
Okay, now
If
name.
hold on a
Okay,
minute.
name what they do with twist now. Name
With
what they do with twist
with
in the
twisting,
morning. If your hair's already twisted, what do you do
yeah.
in the morning?
My hair can't put into a bun because it'd be too short.
No, 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 no. I didn't ask you that. I said
No, but I'm
in the
telling you.
I said in the morning, a woman with twisted hair, what would she do? What is her
Well,
routine?
first of all, she has to find a way to make your hair look presentable with this twisted. Because when you get up, you can't just you have to style it. You can't just walk out of the door. Your hair has to be styled.
No,
So
ma'am. That's okay. Okay. So now,
yeah,
let me ask the chat.
yeah.
Chat. In the morning, if you have twists, right, your hairstyle has already been done. She's saying you have to get up and restyle it again after it's already in a
No, if
style.
my hair is
No,
twisted in
no,
its
no,
natural
no, no,
state,
no. So chat. Do you have to style it again, or can a woman with twists, the same as a man with dreads, can they both just walk out the door, or do they have to style their hair again?
no. You see, this is what you're not getting.
No, 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 no. I'm not talking. I'm talking to chat.
Okay, okay, all
Let me
right,
just
all right.
see what they say. You just sleep with the stocking cap. I wake up, put my wig on, bro. Chill out, bro. Chill out. Get up and go. Thank you. Get up and go. Thank you. It's already in the style. Thank you. I don't know. I just wear a baseball cap. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
No. Okay. So the point is, man, the twists are already in a style. You can literally get up and go.
Let me.
Hold on. I've worn
Okay,
twists for many years.
okay,
I know a lot of black women
okay,
that have also worn twists.
okay.
The thing is, when they put in the fake hair, they can get up and go.
Exactly.
So why can't they do that with their natural hair?
Okay,
Explain that.
I'm gonna interject. I'm gonna tell you, I have tried putting my hair in little twists before. When I wake up, that has to be styled. There is no walking
Styled
out.
how?
No, what stop? What?
Styled how?
It has to be styled. You see,
How?
a man walking out the door with their hair in
Styled
twist
how,
is
ma'am?
not the same thing.
Styled how?
Okay, because I'm trying to give you a visual of what my hair would look like. Um,
How do you have to style it if it's already in the style?
it's not in a style though. But when
Are
women
twists a
twist their
style?
hair, hold
Are
on.
twists a style?
No, 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 no. That's a protective style. But
It's
when I talk
protective
about style,
style.
when I talk about style, I'm talking about a style that you can wear where you look attractive when you step out the door. I have
Bingo.
seen no, 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 no. You're
Bingo.
not done. This is what I'm talking about. You don't know what you're talking about. I've seen there's a black
Hallelujah.
woman. No, no,
I
listen.
rested my case.
No, no, your case is not rested.
Hallelujah,
I can
chat.
think of a black woman that her hair is twisted. Her hair probably would have been about the same length of mine, but her hair is styled. You understand what I mean when I say her hair is styled? It was maybe put to the side so that maybe the twists come down here, and then maybe she bobby pinned it back here and had a style over there. She bobby pinned the hair so that it was, but whatever it was styled. This is what you're not getting.
Bingo.
Black women have to actually style their hair. You can get up and walk out the door because it is not the same thing when you're dealing with when you're dealing with black men. Do you understand what I mean when I said that the twisted hair, like she had her hair off to the side here, and then maybe she maybe bobby pinned the twist back here, and
Ma'am,
then
nothing you're saying matters anymore. I'm
no,
just
no,
gonna
no,
be
no, no,
honest.
no. It doesn't matter because you don't want to admit that I'm making sense. Do you understand what I mean when I say
Okay,
that women
chat.
have
Does
to
she make
style their hair?
sense? Does she
No, do
make
you
sense?
understand what I mean when I say that women have to style their hair? Do you understand that?
Ma'am, it's already in the style.
No, no, no. It's not in the style. This is why talking to black men who want to pretend that them styling their hair and us styling their hair is the same thing, and it's not the same thing. I want to see more black women in your chat because I can tell you don't have a lot of black women in your chat. Okay,
Yo, hold on. So, okay, so a black
I'm
woman,
giving you my experience as a black woman.
hold on, a
No, no,
black
no,
woman,
it's not about that.
hold on.
I am telling you,
Ma'am, ma'am,
I
ma'am,
am
ma'am,
telling you
ma'am,
that
ma'am,
I have
ma'am,
twisted my
ma'am,
own hair. I'm trying to
ma'am,
give you my own
ma'am.
honest experience, and you're trying to
Just,
tell me
ma'am,
that it's not
what,
that.
ma'am? I'm talking about a black woman. I already know you don't like your hair in twists. I know that
Yeah, but
already.
I've done it before.
No, no, no. I know that
And
already,
I no no
ma'am.
no no. I
I
have done it
know that
before,
already, ma'am,
and
ma'am,
I'm telling you that it
ma'am,
has to be styled.
ma'am. I'm
You're
not
trying to
talking.
argue with me.
I'm talking about a black woman. She likes her hair. She loves her
Okay?
hair, right? One hand is twist, the other hand is straightening, right? Which
Yeah.
one is easier to manage? I'm going to answer for everybody since you don't know the correct answer, or
I
you
don't know the
since
correct answer.
yeah,
I have the
okay,
hairline.
okay,
You
okay,
have the
okay.
head.
Stop. So the correct answer is the easiest thing will be twist, because when you straighten your hair, it's actually you have to worry about more things, as many black women say, like the elements, right? When you walk outside, there's humidity, which is going to poof your hair back up, and then now you got to straighten it again, and it
God,
damages the hair,
God,
right?
you don't get it. You do not get it.
Hold on.
This is painfully obvious.
When a black woman has her hair in twists, it's in a protective hairstyle, meaning that it's locking in the moisture, as this woman right here would also agree because she said it many times. So, ma'am, it is 12 o'clock. I appreciate you for getting cooked tonight. What are your last
No,
words for the people?
you're not cooked. I'm not cooked on. You're not listening.
Ah,
I have. I'm trying to tell you my experience as a black woman, and you're trying to negate that. You're trying to tell me
okay.
that it's false.
All right, ma'am.
Guy,
Okay.
like this is crazy. You, you
Okay.
you have a narrative that you want to push. I understand that, but you don't want
Okay.
to listen. There's no point in talking to someone who doesn't want to see both sides of the coin. You have a narrative that you want to push, so you want to push that. You're not. You don't want to listen to what I'm saying. You're trying to tell me as a black woman that my experience is false. You've not lived in my skin. You have not lived in my experience, but you're trying to tell me that I'm false. That doesn't make any sense.
Chad, this is why it's going to take force because they won't listen.
No, no,
But
you're not listening. You're
we'll
not
get
listening.
black women in check. It's the
You're not
puzzle
listening.
pieces. The puzzle pieces are being put in
And this
place
is
right
exactly
now.
what I'm saying. You
We
you have a narrative you want to push. You want to keep with your one-sided arguments. You don't want to understand the other side of the coin. You don't want to understand other people's experiences. All you want to understand is your own. So that's fine.
all
That's
right,
fine.
ma'am.
That's fine.
All right. Well, it was nice having you up tonight, and you
Yeah.
have a great rest of your night.
All right. You too.
Thank you.
All right.